go to that Scunthorpe line, Mahadi, Horton, Evans, Whitehall, Roberts, Rowley, Earring, Hurst, Westbrook, Denton and Barrows. We're going to be getting long from this free kick. Midway in the Scunthorpe half. And it's a decent atmosphere, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, it's a good atmosphere, and it probably comes from Scunthorpe doing well, in pretty good form. And I think, as we mentioned previously, I think they haven't lost at home for a long time, since October, and Carlisle the only team in the league to come here and come away with 3 points.
Scunthorpe over the left hand side through Hurst, taps it to Denton. There's an important touch from the boot of Mingy, who sees it off for a Scunthorpe throw. Mingy joining on loan from Stockport, playing for Crewe early on in the season, goes immediately into that right back role. Scunthorpe playing it back to the keeper. So word on the pitch, it's a bit sad, isn't it? They've done the best they could do here. It's well rolled, the grass isn't too long, which looks a little bit spongy as Carney wins an important defensive hander.
Yeah, it's not wonderful on the eye test, but it should play pretty smooth, I think, in places. Not the best of touches down there.
It was. He nearly used it because Morrison just couldn't control the ball. He sort of got the first touch of the ball away from him. He tried to whack it clear. He whacked into the head of the assistant referee, who stayed well. Don't touch it. But Scunthorpe had themselves a throw. No sort of pressure there. Throw goes straight off for Forest Green Rovers. Goal kick though. Apologies if you can hear the chant of the Scunthorpe fans away to our left hand side. It's drawing a smile from Savage, actually having a little jig along with us. He's used to some chants going against him, is Robbie Savage. Goal kick to Forest Green. Yeah, the pitch, it looks okay on your eye. You're right, Josh, they rolled it well. I think it might cut up a bit. You can see the players are warming up, and what is, there's a few divots there. Yeah,
you do hope that it plays okay when you get the football. It probably could have done with a little bit of rain on it tonight, maybe, and that could have sped the ball up a little bit, but hopefully it plays true for both teams.
Here comes Forest Green down the left-hand side. Biarbu can't be found, but it's completely clear. Actually, the offside flag goes off against Biarbu, so it's going to be a free kick Scunthorpe's way. And Savage gives the ball back. A few jiggy touches from giving the ball out from the fourth official. It's 2.5 minutes gone. Still Scunthorpe 0, Forest Green Rovers 0 here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Cheltenham Town going to 2-0 defeat at home to Grimsby. We'll give you Steve Cottrell's reaction at half-time. It's extended match day. Half-five kick-off here. Mendy with the header. We are to Babalola. Foul, says the referee, and I don't think he had too much wrong then, Babalola. Just stand strong.
Yeah, you can see use of the body in there, and it didn't look too much of a foul.
McAllister almost intercepts, but Scunthorpe get the ball back and go for the searching crossfield ball. Not the best. Chipped off by Morrison. Finds Biarbu. Up the wing Rovers go, looking for Babalola, putting the pressure on, the ball on the floor. Ricardo recently hasn't featured too much just yet. Forest win themselves a throw. They're midway in their own half. Player down for Scunthorpe. Yeah, that pitch is cutting up, isn't it? There's a few big old divots there already. Only 3.5 minutes gone. This referee seeing if Whitehall's okay. He is, a little knock on the head. But already in the first few minutes, a few free kicks have gone against the big man Babalola, which you don't really want to see. He's puts him on nerves of putting any sort of challenge in.
Yeah, he's almost just trying to get his body in, and the referee's just deeming a fraction too aggressive. He hasn't done too much wrong on many occasions, but
McAllister taps it back to Mingy. Finds Bunker. Starting today, he's on the bench in that draw to Altrincham. And he was needed as well in that first half. Sonny was missing, just that safety net in the midfield. Reece goes past the shoulder of his last man, brings the top ball low, he's got Austin to his left, tips over the keeper, can he find the back of the net? He can! Ricardo Reece comes back, ball over the top, controls it well, brings it down, sees the back of the net with perfection. And it's Scunthorpe 0, Forest Green Rovers 1.
It's a beautiful finish from Reece. The ball over the top firstly is excellent from Mendy. You could see it was the first real time he had a bit of time and space to really pick out a forward ball, and he's picked him out to perfection. Excellently timed from Reece, who's just onside, and then the finish is excellent. Loops it over the goalkeeper, who was oncoming towards him, but can't do anything about it. It's an absolutely brilliant finish, and Reese off to a flyer today.
What pressure, eh? What pressure from Ricardo Reese. Savage said we need Reese back. He scores goal. Well, what's he done after 4 minutes? Scores a goal. And that was a confident finish. A ball over the top. He went on the shoulder of the last man, did well to get there, controlled it. He had the easy square ball, didn't he? Jimmy Biabu was there, screaming for it. Just thought, no, just chip over the keeper instead.
Yeah, and I think that's what every good striker does. He knows the man's there, but he backs himself to really put the finish in there, and it was a brilliant finish, wasn't it, over the goalkeeper, and he was almost caught in no man's land. It was an excellent finish, and first real sight at goal for either team, and that's what you do. You have to be prolific in games. And
we said as well, didn't we? Look what I said, not you, I won't drag you into it. Ricardo's been quiet so far, and yet he pops up, ball over the top, simple route one stop. Good ball for Mendy to see him and time the ball well. Scunthorpe had the ball deep in the Forest Green half. Might trickle off fourth throw. No, it's done well to keep the ball on. Mendy wins that back. Again goes long. And for Babalola gets the flick on looking for Reese. Just went the wrong way, and Scunthorpe go long. I think looking for, what's that cross come shot? Robertson on the right, but you can hear the silence around the moment. That shot Scunthorpe. Said they've not lost since October. Buzzing atmosphere as well.
It was quite a confident celebration as well, wasn't it? Right in front of those home fans. Reese's a confident finisher, and certainly in that celebration.
Saw 3 goals and won himself a penalty in 2 and a bit games. Staying on the pitch will be important today. He got a second yellow card against Sutton in the first half and got sent off. Babalola wins the flick on, can't find Biabi on the left-hand side. Sutton aren't playing the best here. That clearance goes off for a Forest Green throw, still in that Scunthorpe half. 7 minutes gone, Scunthorpe 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. Ricardo Reese, the goal scorer. Not the best throw from Forest Green. They recover and play it back to Eisted. All in pink today is Harry Eisted. Finds Kanu on the left. Again, the pitch is cutting up. It's spongy as well, isn't it? You just really can't trust the bounce of the ball. What a ball that is to find Reese on that left-hand side, but can't find Biabu. And Forest Green have committed themselves here. They're a bit out of position. It's Morrison scrambling back there with the Forest Green defence, but staying strong as Kanu, and comes away with it. Maybe should clear. Is they taking a touch too many? No, they're trying to build up from the back and doing so successfully, but they play it long and no one's there. A bit of an argy-bargy off the ball, and Babalola himself a free kick in front of the Robbie Savage. And he did well in Babalola. He's kept his cool and got dragged to the floor, and it takes a lot to take him down.
Yeah, it was a bit of a strange one, wasn't it? They almost got... Scunthorpe were going to have the ball easily at the back, but he decides to get in a bit of a wrestling match with him. And Babalola ends up tumbling over and gets the free kick for his troubles, and he's just got to be careful there, Evans, because
he lashed out a bit, didn't he, as well, once they're both tangling on the floor. Yeah. Evans given the job of marking Babalola. 3 free kicks have been given against Babalola in the first 8 minutes of this game.
Well, yeah, precisely that. They're going to be in a few battles today, and if Evans plays a little bit too aggressively like that, I feel like Babalola will get himself in a tussle with him more often.
Forest got a 4-man strike at the moment, with Babalola, Reese, McAllister and Biabu all on the front line. Forest win themselves a throw in line with the penalty area, top of it. We're saying about the spongy, but the bounce, that just makes the goal that Reese scored even better, the way he brought the ball down.
Yeah, and trusting the bounce of the ball sometimes is quite important. He certainly did that. It looks a bit spongy in places, but hopefully it just play true like that.
Biabu back to Bunker. Goes to Kanu. Wearing gloves. It's a bit chilly here. It is January, of course. Free kick Forest Green's right. Actually goes Scunthorpe's. No, it goes for Rovers. It was inches in front of the fourth official. You imagine might have had a word in that. Talking to his referee, Mr. Ross Joyce. Morrison with the throw. Finds Bunker. Gives the ball away cheaply. Scunthorpe going forward, and that's going to be a free kick. And probably a yellow card for Morrison, stopping the break. Referees saying wait for the whistle, and no yellow card for Morrison. Just yet, the referee going to call him forward. I'm surprised if it's not a card.
Yes, it was quite a dangerous break, wasn't it? And Bunker gave the ball away in a position of danger, and You're surprised that Morrison didn't get a yellow card. He was stopping a promising attack, and he might have just got away with one there.
I think he did get away with one, and it's wound a Scunthorpe player up who's having a chat with the referee now. He's called over the captain, Callum Roberts. Can't see who he's talking to. Maybe a bit of dissent from Danny Whitehall. He's done well not to get a yellow card. You see them all the time, don't you? Forest can get the ball away. Scunthorpe driving on forward, and a player stops that break. Free kick into the Forest Green penalty area. Forest Green half clear through bunker. They've every man back, and Scunthorpe could put the ball in, but Forest Green marshal them back into their own half and might force it go back to the keeper. They cross it across the centre circle, and it's with the feet of Hurst. With a ball across field. It's a bit too audacious, and one intercepted and played forward by Morrison. Viaru chasing the ball down, goes back to the keeper, sprinted all the way from his own half into the other penalty box, charging down that loose ball. But Scunthorpe have possession. Only 11 minutes gone. Scunthorpe 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. And a decent chance down the left-hand side, crossing towards the far post. Goes over the first challenge, and no penalty given as there's a few shoves in the box. But Scunthorpe still have possession at the edge of the area. Force further back to Barrows. To Evans. Didn't see who the player was there who got pushed on the far post. There was players falling. Scunthorpe still have possession. Ewing doesn't shoot despite the calls for him to do so around him. Finds Barrows instead. Chips it down the right. Intercepted by Morrison. Plays it off for Scunthorpe throw quite deep in their own half. They take quickly. Finding Roberts in the Forest Green penalty box, plays it out wide. Another ball in towards the far post. Forest Green can't win the first header. Thankfully, the header from Scunthorpe goes wide, and Isted bolts to the right-hand side. Finds McAllister. He's got Reese in front of him, which he looks to play through. It's a bit too narrow, but Reese just can't get there for the defender of Evans, who plays it back to his keeper and quickly plays it upfield. Mendy wins the header, but the offside flag goes against him. Forest Green then, that's probably the best bit of possession from Scunthorpe. Looked relatively comfortable.
Yeah, it was, going back a couple of minutes, it was no penalty for me. A little nudge at the back post, but I think Whitehall just was eased under it just then. And a good spell of pressure from Scunthorpe, but Forest Green, like you say, just kept them at arm's length and were able just to see the pressure over, and soon after were able to get on the break. And I think that's really important when spells of pressure do come on, that you have got that outlet. And McAllister was found by Isted, gets them on the pitch, and albeit it doesn't come to anything in the forward areas, it does just help break up the momentum that Scunthorpe did have for a couple of minutes.
Forest Green Rovers leave a goal to nil here at Scunthorpe. Going down the right hand side, Rovers go. They win themselves a throw, they do. Good run there from Mingy. He's on the far side from where we are at the back of the main stand here, but he looks relatively comfortable. I can't really tell he's only been with his teammates, a day or so.
Yeah, and exactly that, slotted in at right back, making a driving run down the wing just then, getting a throw in. I think the Scunthorpe fans were a little bit aggrieved that they didn't get a throw in down that side, but very difficult to see from this angle. He's, like I said, slotted in straight away at right back and hasn't had any problems in the first 13 minutes or so.
Looking quite comfortable, as does Kano on the ball. Plays it back to Morrison. He wants to continue his run, but still has possession. Back to Isted, the Forest Green keeper. You look up, Viabu's playing as the left of the back four, but you look up now, he's almost alongside Babalola and Reese.
Yeah, and you could see Robbie Savage there just saying the direct ball was probably the right option, because what they were having to do then was keep the ball in quite congested areas. And what Forest Green, it's not a problem to be a bit more direct when you're coming away from home against a good side, because what they have done is won that battle in the forward area so far. They
scored a goal from being direct as well, didn't they? Mendy over the top, finding Reese, went past his man, brought the ball down wide and chipped it over the keeper. That's after 4 minutes. Chidibiaba on the halfway line, goes past 2. Back to Woku, to Mendy. Again he goes over the top, finds Reese, he's onside. What can he do this time? He's got to play on in there. Finds Babalola, top to McAllister. McAllister forced away from goal. As the ball goes into the box, Reese back to goal, chips over the top, can't find Babalola. Could have done a bit more with that. A few boos go around. Is that the offside flag? I think we had a very good view. Reece, I think, inches onside.
Yeah, the boos coming from our left because of the home fans thinking that was offside. But I tell you what, both runs that he's made in behind have been excellently timed from our angle, and that is exactly what you want from your striker, especially if you're going to play a fraction more direct. If you've got time on the ball as centre-backs, the timing of the run going forward is really crucial.
Okay, this ball screen on a chance. This fucker's gone flying in. Two real strong ones. Morrison, first of all, kept the ball well. But here comes McAllister. He's got Reece in the middle. He finds Reece in the manager. First time shot. Hits the post and goes wide. Ricardo Reece almost made it too. Great stuff on Forest Green. Good honest football in the build-up. McAllister popped up, found Reece perfectly, and was inches away from perfection.
A serious couple of challenges on this near side as well. Morrison, firstly, the man's still down for Scunthorpe on this near side. It was a heavy challenge. He did win the ball, and he got the claps from his team and his sidelines. But now Scunthorpe on the attack too.
It's opening up a bit, this game. At the edge of the area, Scunthorpe have it into the box, played it across. Hugh Bubbles as Forest Green scramble the ball clear. Off for Scunthorpe corner. There first, as you can hear the home fans just believing there on top now. They've had that warning shot with that Reece hitting the post. I know it's what you've been in Australia, Josh, when Forest Green signed Ricardo Reece. It's the first time you've seen him as a Scunthorpe player down to our right-hand side getting treatment. He ain't bad, though, is he?
That was a really good fit. It was on the slide, wasn't it, as he was taking the finish, and he's really unlucky to hit the post because McAllister firstly makes an excellent run. As the ball was kind of in the breakdown, it was a lovely ball down the side. I think McAllister could see that it was going to come that way, and finds Reece in the box, sliding right footed. It was a great effort, wasn't it? Powerful considering he was on the slide. So unfortunate to come back out off the upright.
Yeah, but the boos go up for something. The referees, I think, was that on after the challenge for Morrison on Callum Roberts, the Scunthorpe players, looking at his boots. So, yeah, it was a strong challenge from Morrison, but a few seconds later it was pretty strong from Bowers on Morrison, who's going forward. But we've got to start with the corner though. Scunthorpe will be down to 10 for this, so Forest have numbers defensively. Whipped in towards the far post. Heads go up Forest Green, win the first header, and the referee gives a free kick as well. That's going to frustrate the hardy Scunthorpe fans.
Yeah, it's a good header from Babalola at the back post. He stayed strong, got a good clean contact on it. Felt a bit of a nudge at the back post. It didn't look too much in it, but I think Forest Green will be pleased to get the foul.
He's limping as Callum Roberts. I think it was two honest fouls, to be fair. I think it's just they both went for the ball, the one from Morrison and the one onto him from Barrows.
Yeah, it was a heavy challenge. Maybe a fraction on the follow through. It'd be interesting to see it back, and you can see Scunthorpe, they were not happy with the challenge, that's for sure. Both players did get the ball, and Morrison, maybe if he'd have got the yellow card in the earlier pullback, he might not have committed to the challenge as much.
Reece taps it to Giuliabu, puts such a ball into the area. Babalola can't be found. They pick up the loose ball with Mengi. Mendy puts the ball over top, looking at Babalola, who finds Giuliabu to Ricardo Reece. Nice little 1-2, a bit audacious though with the return from Reece to Biabu, and Scunthorpe managed to clear. Bunker gets a touch and plays it back to Kanu. He's one of those players, Reece, just when he's got the ball, it's just driving towards goal. You know something exciting is going to happen. Babalola search, really goes down the right-hand side. Forest Green go long again, onside the call. I think it's the right one as well. We're in some good positions for this. Taps it into the middle. Forest Green in the area. Babalola can't find Reece, but the loose ball's thrown to Woker, edge of the D. Taps it into the box. Scunthorpe easily clear. Forest Green might commit too many men for that, and Scunthorpe looks to go forward. Poor ball there, and Kanu heads the ball back into the middle. Bunker leaves it for McAllister. Looks to go down the right-hand side. Giuliabu onside also. Babalola's in the box, as is Reece. Play towards the near post. Babalola can't be found, and Scunthorpe clear. Kanu drags Scunthorpe player to the floor, and Danny Whitehall gets up and celebrates that free kick given against him.
Yeah, and I think Scunthorpe fans just pleased to get a foul and get themselves up the pitch. There's a few battles across the pitch, isn't there? And it's making for pretty good viewing.
Babalola onside, I thought then, when that ball went over the top.
Yeah, I do think Scunthorpe are maybe just defending a little bit lazy at times. They're not really staying close to the man. They're trying to keep the line, and from our angles, it's certainly looking like they're onside. And yeah, they probably just need to sharpen up a little bit defensively, and instead of worrying about the calls going their way, they need to worry about them getting in behind.
Which they've done just that. They're in the penalty area, but Forest Green deal with it well. Through Mingu, has been impressive actually. Forest Green clear, looking for Babalola. He hasn't got Reese next to him. He gives away a free kick. He's not going to be able to give away too many of those, Babalola. The referee's told him to get up as Scunthorpe will take the free kick quickly. Well, that's 3 already in the first 20 minutes. Roberts in the Forest Green box, plays across goal. It's opened up as the shot comes in, and it goes wide of the goal from Westbrook. Probably the best chance, and I've got a fingertip save for my set as well as goes off for a corner. Yeah,
it was a good move from Scunthorpe actually. A couple of incisive passes got them out to Roberts quite nicely, and that's when the danger's going to come. He passes one inside back to Westbrook, he takes a shot left-footed, and whether Eisted's got a little fingertip on it, it was just curving away from goal. It goes down as a pretty good save if he gets something on it.
Corner to Scunthorpe, their second. Forest Green my goal to nil, played towards the near post. Spunker is on and clears. Back to the corner taker. Forest Green with men back. Scunthorpe with men forward though. Working hard to get the ball into the box. It's well cleared by Forest Green. No player back, but Geneviavu sprints on forward and runs out of pitch. The ball triggers off for a throw. So Scunthorpe take quickly. Forest Green aren't shutting up shop at all, aren't they? They wouldn't, of course, they wouldn't do in the only quarter of the game gone, but still going forward. They've had the best chance for the second goal in the game. Ricardo Reese hitting the post. Searching ball goes off for a Forest Green throw. A few groans around. God, this is not an old ground here, is it? You know, it's in a retail park. It's got that modern feel in terms of that, but they've been around here for a few years, and it's a nice compact ground, isn't it? You can see the terrace behind the goal in the Britcon stand. They're well huddled in. Forest Green, let's go long through Carnu. He can't be found though with any of his teammates, and Scunthorpe go down the left. And Forest Green might ush it off for a goal kick. They do just that, so it's still 22.5 minutes gone. Scunthorpe 0, Forest Green Rovers 1, and Josh, Forest Green looking relatively comfortable.
Yeah, it's been a good game so far, you have to say that, halfway through this first half. While Scunthorpe haven't had any glaring chances, it's been a real good battle in a lot of areas of the pitch. You can see playing the 4-4-2, Babalola's got himself in a good battle, and Carnu also at centre-back, he's in a good battle with Whitehall. Across the pitch there's a few good battles, and it is making for a good game so far.
Yarby gives away a throw-in, a long ball searching for him. Yeah, the wind's picking up in the microphones. Here at North Lincolnshire, at Glanford Park. You say it's not new, it's not old. It's built, what, 1988? I guess that's old for you, Josh, as a young'un. But it's in a retail park, isn't it, like many modern grounds are.
Yeah, and it's a good stand to our left, isn't it, the home end.
Babalola gives the ball away real cheaply there. I think he's trying to leave it for Reese, but just gave the ball straight into the path of Scunthorpe, who go down the right-hand side through Roberts. Being well marshalled by Morrison, and forcing through Woke to get the ball back. Needs options though, looking to find Reese. He would have been offside then, but the Scunthorpe defence got there first. Reese working hard with Babalola to win the ball back. Forest Green do just that. Reese is in the penalty area now. Needs options, goes past his man, might shoot, does shoot, causes the save from the keeper, and Scunthorpe hatch up their clearance and managed to do second time round. But he's just got that eye for goal, Reese, isn't he? It just looked like there wasn't a shot on, but his touch and turn to make that chance.
Yeah, it's a big chance for Reese, actually. The way he cuts inside, he maybe didn't get the right amount of power that he would have really liked on the effort, and it's a good low save by the goalkeeper, Mahadi. But it's a chance for Reese. We know how dangerous he's been, and just when the ball broke loose as well, they're battling really hard and picking up the ball in some really good areas of Forest Green, and when they do create that space and really create the opportunities, big chance for Reese.
It looked too congested in the area, but with one touch to drew in his man, open up. It was a tight angle for goal, but he picks the spot well, and the keeper did well to go down to his left hand side. And then the clearance after that, well, he cleared into the back of his own player. It almost went in the back of the net, but they managed to scramble clear.
Yeah, it really could have gone anywhere, couldn't it, when the ball cannons back off the Scunthorpe man. I think that was what a few of the fans behind the goal were worried about.
Fans behind the goal will be happy now. Scunthorpe go forward, looking at the ball into the box. Good defending from Morrison, sees it off for a Scunthorpe corner, their third. Forest Green putting every man back in the penalty box. Dangerous corners, just dipping in that 6-yard area under Eisted's goal post. Again, it goes there. Well won for the first header, but the second header also won by Forest Green. Another ball into the box. It's cleared by Rovers. And looking to find Jilibi doesn't challenge that bouncing ball, and Scunthorpe get the ball back. Again, Morrison reading the game well, tapping the ball off for a Scunthorpe throw, which they take quickly. Down the Scunthorpe right, Forest Green left. Forest Green, well, keeping their shape well behind the ball. Scunthorpe look to go down the left-hand side. Where Forest Green have given them a bit of space. Still players up there from the corner. Woku just backing off a bit as the ball gets into the area, but cleared by Bunker. Babalola can't be found. Scunthorpe get the ball back to Rowley. It's a bit unmarked there. And search to the right hand side to Roberts. Roberts looking to go past Morrison. They won the ball well again as Roberts taps it forward to Jilibi. Savage driving on forward. He's got Babalola and Reese in the box if he can do it. Jilibi in the edge of the area now. Few step overs, goes into the area, plays towards the back post. Can't find Carl McAllister, who popped up in the area as well.
Yeah, it's really good firstly from Morrison on this left side, and then Biabu committing his man, a little step over and get to the byline. Sends it to the back post where McAllister, you think he's going to try and take it first time, just taking off him on the volley with the header, but that's the sort of break forward that just settles Forest Green and also takes the momentum away from what Scunthorpe were building. Those are really, really important to get up the pitch.
Ball into the area, a bit overhit. It goes off for a goal kick for Scunthorpe. Yeah, the way that Savage was marshalling his players forward, like Jilibi, it's like he's like on the greyhound track, wasn't he? Just pushing him forward, shouting to drive on forward and get going, knowing the pace that Jilibi's got. And
it also helps that you know that Babalola and Reese are in the box, so you have got a genuine threat in the box once he gets to the ball, and you know what Biabu's going to do, but he's so difficult to stop. A little step over and jink to the byline, it's very, very difficult to stop, and you've got a couple of strikers in the box. McAllister also trying to get into the box at the back post as well. It really makes for creating chances and then trying to put them away.
Forest Green switch off just a little bit again. Lack of communication in their own half, and Scunthorpe come away with it. Rowley found in the middle, Advantage given after a challenge onto him. Finds Horton, it's open up for him. He's taking a shot, takes a deflection off the Forest Green defence, and the shot from Westbrook, probably even worse, and dribbles off for a goal kick. 28 minutes gone. Scunthorpe 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. Only one of the afternoon game, and that being in the Premier League. Liverpool travel to Bournemouth, and I think there is a goal there, Josh.
Yeah, it's gone to the home side. It's Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 0. Evan Nielsen with the goal.
Thank you very much, Josh. Of course, all of the games pretty much finished at those 3 o'clock kickoffs, including that of Cheltenham Town going down to 2-0 defeat at home to Grimsby. We're able to hear reaction from Steve Cottrell at half-time on Steve Kitchen's Matchday show. I'll go through the scores in the National League from those 3 o'clock kickoffs. The Forest Green had themselves a throw-in on the halfway line. A few postponed as well. It's Altrincham 3, Bournemouth 1, Boston 3, Southend 3, Brackley 0, Hartlepool 0, Eastleigh 2, Halifax 3, Morecambe 0, Solihull 2, Rochdale 2, Truro 0, Tamworth 0, Sutton 1, and York 5, Braintree 0. So I guess in terms of teams above them, only Bournemouth dropping points. Mendy shrugged off the ball and gives himself a free kick. Much to the displeasure of Scunthorpe fans around us. It's quite a meaty game, isn't it? The referee's been called on a lot. He's got decisions to make. He's let some things flow. Over the first few minutes, it was quite whistle happy, then tackles came flowing. But I guess the pitch as well doesn't help with these challenges. Yeah,
another great example of 2 players getting in a real physical battle up there. And Whitehall has had a great season so far for Scunthorpe, and Mendy just forcing him into that battle and getting the free kick out of him. A real good battle, like you say, and a few challenges that are going in and make him for a pretty good game.
It is. Half an hour gone. Rovers lead that goal to 0. Isted with the free kick midway in his own half, searching for Babalola. Gets shoved off the ball, but Jilibiabu's there to keep the ball on. He does do well. No, he doesn't. He's giving away a free kick. Jilibiabu there. No need to do that. He did well to challenge for that then and keep the ball in open play.
You do have to say that some of the challenges that he has let go, that was one of the lesser aggressive ones so far, but Biabu being adjudged to have had a slightly high foot, you could probably say.
Free kick for the Haddy of Scunthorpe, the keeper, all in green, traditional green colours as well. Mendy wins the header, but all he can find is Rowley, who plays to the left hand side to Hurst. Thinks about having a shot, plays to the left. Forest Green got numbers back. Ball into the box, headed clear by Bunker. Scunthorpe again get the ball. I think I'll go back to the keeper, but decide to go on forward with Denton. Forest Green holding their shape well. You saw Jilibiabu sprinting back to get and help his teammates out defensively there. Scunthorpe back in their own half through Barrows, searching for his fellow defender Horton. Back to this keeper. Forest Green be happy with this. He's half charging him down, plays it long. Mendy gets a handed onto it. Has been wary then. So 2 men running forward. Before he managed to clear. Bit of a static point of the game, really.
Yeah, Scunthorpe just having a little bit of possession, but maybe not in dangerous areas like they would like. Probably would like to be further at the field, trying to get Roberts more into play, but that's a good
Mendy launched it wrong, looking for George Jilibiabu. It should go into the hands of the Scunthorpe keeper. It does. Only inches away from the edge of his area, though. The route one stuff seems to be working okay.
Yeah, and when players at the back have got a little bit of time on the ball, especially Mendy, who can really pick out that forward pass, it's really made the direct play looks really dangerous, because almost like the players in the forward areas are really committing forward.
Westbrook by the corner flag deep in Forest Green half wins himself a throw-in, which Forest Green get back into their positions as they think Scunthorpe are going to take it quickly, but they elect to go through Barrows instead. Throws it down the line. Morrison getting a touch onto it off for Scunthorpe corner with a half applause there. I think on the corner they won 10 minutes ago. They were fully behind the home team, but just a few light golf applause around us. I was going to be switched on despite the atmosphere dropping a bit, because they've been dangerous, these corners, dropping under the crossbar. Exactly what this one does. I said punches for it. It goes away from him, but it's going to put another ball into the box. Babalola with another header wide, but it goes back to the corner taker, chips it in. I said thinks about coming, takes it away from him. It clipped by Mendy. It was going into the hands of Isted, but Mendy just came out of nowhere and took it away from him. Safely first as a defender, but little lack of communication. Ewing turns past Babalola's doing some defensive duties. Scunthorpe getting a feel for the ball here. They've got possession the last few minutes and just getting into that final third of Forest Green. Slow build up down the left. Mingy thinks about coming, doesn't challenge, and Scunthorpe still forced going on that left hand side. Now to the right to Rowley, and a feel for the ball. Again, Forest Green keeping their shape well here. Savage shouting instructions to his defenders. Scunthorpe again going down the left-hand side. Options in the middle of Ewing. Plays it in towards the box. Mendy with an important challenge. Finds Reese, but still in his own half. Can't do too much from it, but finds the ball back to Mendy. Goes on forward. Taps it to Jilibiabu. Didn't want it there. And Boston got to be careful because Mendy's out of position here. Bunker's slotting in. I think Mendy's trying to just do anything. And Force win the ball back. Here they go. Jilibiabu drives on forward. What can he do with it? Babalola's in the middle. The support needs to arrive. Still with Biabu. Puts towards the far post. Forrest Green in a corner. And play just stops. I thought everyone expecting the whistle to go. Apart from Biabu and Forrest Green.
Yeah, it's a strange one because Mendy, I think he's done really, really well initially. He notices that it's tightening up, but the right option was definitely to drive into space, and it kind of opened up for Biabu, but he just didn't quite get the pass right. But after that, he made sure he harried the player. Like you said, it kind of stopped, didn't it?
Technically, Mendy's a very good player, isn't he? I think everyone expected him to give away a foul, myself included, because he was out of position and gave the ball away. But he just worked so hard, got the ball back. Biabu said, I'll go down the wing. Unfortunately, Reece and Babalola weren't there. Yeah,
and they've got a corner out of it, which represents a good opportunity still.
Forrest Green's first corner, McAllister towards the far post. Looking for Mendy with the header, cleared off the line on the far post, back to McAllister, back to Biabu. It's so congested there, what can he do with it? Turns past his man. Forced out of the box, needs support, gets some boos, back goes to McAllister, first time ball into the congested area. Reece is there, his shot is scuffed and goes into the hands of the keeper.
Yeah, it was a good header from Mendy, wasn't it, from the initial corner, cleared off the line at the back post. It was a looping header that you could always see that should be cleared off the line, but nonetheless it was a good header to try and go back towards where it came from, and Forrest Green kept the pressure on, got the ball into the box. Reece just miscuing, a very difficult effort nonetheless, and those moments like that again just show Forrest Green how dangerous they can be. That first corner, like you say, and they've really caused some problems from it.
Forrest Green taking their time in this throw-in. Babalola leaves it for Biabu. It's fallen back to Kanu, whose ball forward isn't the best and goes off for a throw. Yeah, Mendy, he gets himself in some decent positions from these corners. He had to score for Forrest Green. And that's a decent chance too. So the keeper was beat in the middle. Thankfully, we had a keeper player on the far post. Still, it's Scunthorpe 0, Forrest Green Rovers 1. Ricardo Reece with the goal after 4 minutes. Scunthorpe looking to equalise, driving on forward. You can hear the groans because the run just stops there. It gives time for Forrest Green to put numbers in the box. As players fall everywhere, half calls to the players, shot in the back of the referee. Points to the spot and gives a penalty. Sloppy one to give away. A player shoved Whitehall in the back. And a chance for Scunthorpe to equalise.
Yeah, it's a bit of a soft one from this angle. Whilst it's a good touch from Whitehall and he does take it to a good area, it doesn't seem a great deal of contact, and the ball has come into him on his chest. He takes it towards the penalty, slightly away from goal, but into a shooting position should he get there.
I'm not sure who the perpetrator was. Was it Mendy? I don't know who it was who shoved on the back.
And the referee did take a few seconds to make the call, didn't he? It was almost like he'd blown the whistle, but didn't want to quite point to the spot initially.
Maybe he's talking to assistant referees on the right-hand side. It took a long time to go there. But I think it might have been. It was a foul in the box, I think, that it wasn't really needed to do so. But here's a chance for Scunthorpe to equalise. 12 yards out, Isted in goal. Danny Whitehall over it. We'll hear the reaction if he scores or not from the cheers around us. Whitehall takes a big gulp of air in, steps up, scores, sends Isted the wrong way. Isted drives to his right, played to his left, and it's Scunthorpe 1, Forrest Green 1.
Yeah, confidently stuck away by Whitehall, sends Isted the wrong way, goes down low to his right and tucks away into that corner. And Scunthorpe, it's been a good game here, and I think Forrest Green will be a little bit disappointed that they might have to go in level here. They've still got 7 or so minutes to try and get back in front, but Whitehall tucks it away and Scunthorpe level.
Good penalty as well. Isted completely went down to his right hand side, the ball's played to the other side of him, and it is level. Savage having a talk with the fourth official. I'll let you look at the penalty decision. Unfortunately we're on the far side of the way of the pitch from where it was. There's cameras on the game tonight, so I'm sure we can have a look at it, but we'll have to wait and see what Savage thinks of it. It's a shame as well, Forrest Green had some decent chances to put themselves 2-0 up through Reece. Mendy with the header, but it's one apiece. Bunker to the right hand side, looking for McAllister. 2 men on him, does well to take a touch and control it. Needs support though. Yeah, Mingy going down the right, but goes back to Bunker, back to McAllister. Babalola, fences to Ricardo Reece, can he get the ball first? He gets a shove in the back, referee waves it away, goes off for a goal kick. That was one of those, Savage having the word as well. I think if that wasn't in the penalty area, that would be a foul.
Yeah, it's definitely a shout for a penalty. He gets the wrong side of the Scunthorpe defender. He probably anticipates that he's going to make a little bit of a touch on his back, and I think he does, and he goes to ground, and you can see Reese is very frustrated that's been not given as a penalty. Difficult to see at the other end how much
we had a much better view. We're our position here, the press area is pretty deep in the Scunthorpe half here. We're almost in line with the penalty area, so we had a better view than we did the one that Forest Green gave away. But there's contact in the back of him, not on the ball. I think if you see it at high levels, it could be a penalty of the way. I'm just wondering if the referee just scared to give it. It was in front of the Britcorn stand.
Yeah, it's definitely a shout for a penalty, because I think Reese knows that the challenge is going to come by all means, and probably anticipates that he is the wrong side of the defender. A lovely touch, by the way, from Babalola to get him in behind. The ball coming in from McAllister, tucked around the corner by Babalola. And it's definitely a call for penalty. It'll be interesting to see that one back.
Yeah, a few decisions the referees have to make today. Given the penalty against Forest Green, which Scunthorpe equalised. That one then from Ricardo Reese. Throwing Scunthorpe's way. Biarby can't get the ball on the edge of the pitch. Barrows take the throw. And we've got the TV cameras here tonight, so we're able to have a look hopefully back at half-time. Half-time back here at home. The referee gives a free kick against Forest Green on the halfway line. You'll be able to hear reaction to from Steve Cuttrell following his team's 2-0 defeat at home to Grimsby. We're 4 minutes away from that half-time as the free kick's taken quickly. They have another chance to retake it again. That's worked in their favour, because Whitewall's free kick was poor, but he hit it with the rolling ball, so he's got another chance to do a better one. Yeah,
it was a strange one from Whitehall, wasn't it? Almost just threw the ball down and said let's get on with it, but certainly a moving ball, maybe even a bouncing ball when it was actually struck as well, and Forest Green be a little bit disappointed that
getting it left to the keeper Mahadi to take it about a yard or so inside his own half. A chance to play it long. The big players have gone up to the edge of the box. Swerving free kick. Bunker with the header. Scunthorpe get the ball back through Denton. Searchable to the right. Finds Rowley well. Goes past Morrison, puts the ball into the box towards the far post. Important header one by Forest Green. Goes back to Rowley, calls him to shoot, gets into position to do so, and it goes over the bar for a goal kick.
Yeah, Rowley, good chance from the edge of the box. Probably strikes it a little bit too cleanly and straight down the middle almost, and always rising, going over the bar. And Isted not having to do much with that, but a good chance there, just falls to the edge of the box.
Forest Green Rovers drawing here with just under 3 minutes of normal time to go. Probably a couple of minutes as well have added on. The 2 goals, bit of an injury to one of the Scunthorpe players. Isted goes long. If he got through to him, he would have been through, but just got taken away from him. Cleared up the line. Scunthorpe go for Forest Green Rovers throw.
Yeah, great commitment from Mingy down on that far side just to force the ball out of play. He almost went over the advertising boards there, but he does get a throw in for his troubles.
Savage alluded to the crosses in the box being the downfall from the opposition against Forest Green. A lot of the goals have come from. I think Mingy and Morrison have been quite solid in their left and right back roles today. 2 new players for Forest Green. Babalola heads the ball to looking to Biarby in the middle. He can't be found as Scunthorpe clear. Big header from Mendy. But again goes back to Scunthorpe though. A bit out of position Forest Green now, and Scunthorpe looking to make the most of it. They can't do it. Goes off for a throw Forest Green's way, midway in their own half. You can tell there's more goals in this game. I don't think it's going to be 1-1.
Yeah, it almost feels like there could have been more goals in the game than just 2 at half-time. And it's been a really good watch, and both teams giving it a real good go and creating chances. I think Forest Green will be a little bit disappointed that in the manner that they're going to go in level, but they've created a few chances to give themselves something in the second half to say, let's keep playing this way. Well, and hopefully the same sort of performance levels will come in the second half and they create more chances.
Well, Morris is doing well on the left-hand side, one inside the throw. Yeah. Ricardo Reese hit the post as well. Mendy with that free header from the corner, he should have done a bit more with it. Actually, he did as much as he could do, wasn't it? The keeper's feet has cleared off the line. Poor throw in Forest Green. Roberts clears forward. And just a bit, Forest Green committing themselves here as Whitehall plays the ball over the left-hand side. Forest Green scrambling back, but possession still with Scunthorpe and Hurst down the left. Ball into the area, blocked down from Mingy. Off for Scunthorpe throw. A different second half with Scunthorpe going towards that packed terrace here in the half we're standing in the Britcon stand. 3 minutes of time signalled shortly from the fourth officials board. Have a little sneaky look of it. 15 seconds of normal time to go. Scunthorpe looking to go a bit quite long with this throw. It's busy off the ball. Get the ball taken to the throw and taker. Finds Hurst at the edge of the area. Going down the left. Here comes Scunthorpe going into the box because they go across the 6-yard area. Bunker calmly wins the ball and clears. He might have won himself a goal kick. No, it wasn't. No, it's convincing a clearance from Bunker. It goes straight off the feet of the Scunthorpe player Ewing. But Bunker does well to recover and win himself a goal kick.
Yeah, brilliant from Bunker initially. Got across and made sure the block came in just with the clearance. Just didn't quite pick out the man that he wanted to, and ended up getting himself into trouble in the end. Getting the throw in, getting the goal kick, as the ball cannon back off the Scunthorpe man, and Forest Green take the goal kick shortly.
Yeah, just getting himself in position at Isted. Eking down a bit of the clock here. I think Scunthorpe just a little bit dangerous there. Still hasn't taken that goal kick. Eventually will be going long. There's only one other game with a half-5 kick-off today, and that being in the Premier League in Bournemouth and Liverpool. Last we heard, Bournemouth have been 1-0, but a couple of goals since.
Yeah, approaching the break into stoppage time in the first half. Bournemouth 2, Liverpool 1. Alex Jimenez made it 2 for the host before Virgil van Dijk has reduced the deficit going into the break.
It's Scunthorpe 1, Forest Green Rovers 1 here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire, the National League. Babalola can't win that first header as Scunthorpe go long. Mendy plays it back to Isted. He's being charged down, the ball's bobbling, and he scuffs his clearance almost into the path of Hurst. But Mingy did well to win the ball back for Forest Green. Brushes off a challenge, plays it forward to Reese. Optimistic ball for him as Scunthorpe go back to the keeper again. He has to clear forward. Not most convincing clearances from him. Forest Green don't challenge that. Easily win the second ball though. McAllister searching for Biabu. He doesn't challenge for the header either. Unfortunately, win the second ball. The Scunthorpe managed to clear off for a throw in Forest Green's way. Savage touches. All right, the back heels hit, and that's what the cheers are for around us. In the last minute of added on time, Forest Green have one last attack. It's been a better first half for Forest Green today than it was at Altrincham on Wednesday. Morrison with a throw down the line. It's a bit loopy. Babalola wins the first header, finds Reese, he gets dispossessed, and Scunthorpe come away with it. Launching it long. Mendy commits himself with a decent header, but Scunthorpe again win the second ball. Last 20 seconds of time on, Scunthorpe might have an attack themselves going down the left. Onto a bit of the muddy pitch. And Forest Green managed to clear through Mendy. Looks up, he's got Biabu to his left. The last 10 seconds of normal time. Mendy going a bit too long on the ball here and gets dispossessed, and Iwoka gets the ball back, and Forest Green get the ball away cheaply in the last few seconds of the first half. Ball played across goal. Forest Green to switch on. Bunker gets an important header away from the area. Another ball into the box though, which Bunker launches clear. That's silly from Mendy, but the half-time whistle goes, and it's Scunthorpe 1, Forest Green Rovers 1. Ricardo Reese getting the goal for Forest Green with a delightful finish after the ball over the top from Mendy found him after 5 minutes. And Forest Green had chances to put themselves 2-0 up. Reese hitting the post after a good ball into the box, and Mendy with a chance of a corner cleared off the line, but after 38 minutes, Whitehall scored from the penalty spot. Forest giving away a bit of a cheap penalty with a shove on the back, and Whitehall making no mistake, 12 yards out. And then, only a minute or so later, Ricardo Reese had a penalty shot himself, being played through from Babalola. A little contact on the back, he went down, the referee waved that one away. But Josh, an entertaining first half here.
Yeah, really good first half, and yeah, I think Forest Green will be a little bit disappointed that they're going in level. Their performance levels in that first half have warranted going in front, and the soft penalty, it seemed from this angle, it'd be interesting to see it back, and maybe a little bit disappointed to concede it in that manner. But a good game, and certainly reasons to be cheerful at half time in terms of the performance levels to try and take the win home from Scunthorpe this evening.
Entertaining game here in North Lincolnshire, very much all to play for. A great first half for Forest Green compared to that poor one on Wednesday night. Ricardo Reese, yet again, the difference for the Rovers. Half-time here. Scunthorpe 1, Forest Green Rovers 1.
Thank you very much. Finally poised, as we thought it might be up at Scunthorpe with that great home record as well. Forest Green Rovers getting the initial breakthrough, but it's almost like, right, let's start again. For the next 45 minutes live here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire on all our frequencies apart from DAB. If you're looking for BBC Upload, that's where you'll find Adam and BBC Upload this evening here on FM, on AM, on BBC Sounds and on Freeview. We're with Forest Green Rovers in the National League.
Steve Kitchen.
BBC Radio Gloucestershire. The players.
We had the right mentality and the right attitude. Sometimes it just doesn't happen for you, and you've got to try and find ways to win. If you can't win, don't get beat.
The manager.
Put it this way, we're not giving out any praise as it would be for the hard work, because that's got to be a gimme anyway. But when they do that, that's what happens. They put in those type of performances. It was really good tonight.
Follow Cheltenham Town on BBC Sounds.
I was speaking to the gaffer this morning. I think, he said it's probably the hardest team he's had since he's come back to the club in terms of selection, but that's a good thing, isn't it, for everyone at the club?
Just search for Cheltenham Town on BBC Sounds and hit subscribe. BBC Radio Gloucestershire.
Yeah, all the pre-match and post-match interviews you can catch up there on BBC Sounds with Cheltenham Town, and we haven't been able to bring you post-match reaction to Cheltenham Town's 2-0 defeat at home to Grimsby yet, but we can put that right this very moment. Steve Cottrell has been sharing his thoughts with Mark Halliwell.
Disappointed really that we didn't get anything. We played well enough today to have won that game. First goal of theirs, unbelievable strike. Got to give that. Second goal, just probably a little bit of a mix-up in the box, just probably between Robbie and Joe. Maybe Robbie can adjust his position slightly and he might get something on that. And then when he doesn't, you're thinking maybe can Joe get a hand to it and tip it round. Sometimes those things happen, especially on days like today.
But you must have been pleased with the way you reacted to that first goal. Much the better side for a lot of that first half. Well,
the goal, both goals, funny enough, are against a run of play. So yeah, both goals are against run of play.
Created some really good chances and got in some good positions.
Yeah, we needed to be a little bit better in that top end. We've just spoke about that. So yeah, we needed to be a little bit better with those chances we created. Probably should have had one penalty, maybe could have had two today, but certainly one.
And then in the second half, Rob Cundy's chance, that's probably the pivotal moment of the game. That goes in.
Just good play. When I think back to even how the game started up there for our guys, even when we had 11 men, we never got anywhere near the level of performance that we did today. And the bottom line is today, I know we haven't won the game, but the bottom line is we were the better team.
And that must give you some encouragement. Again, like last week, where you've come out of a game feeling you haven't deserved to lose it.
Yeah, no. You're going to go through them. You're going to go through them times while the team evolves and all of that business. You're still going to have your Achilles heel in some parts of your play. That I don't like accepting it, but in the cold light of day, I have to accept it, and I probably will have to do that for the rest of the season. So, certainly regarding that, the boys haven't deserved to lose a game today, and what will happen? We'll be a couple of points down on our total so far, and what we'll do is we'll pick them up somewhere along the line further on.
I thought Cole Deeman came in for his debut. Seemed to grow into the game as the game went on.
Really tough for him, innit? Really tough for him. He's only a young man, really. So I thought that he'd done some really good things today. Really good things.
He was unlucky, wasn't he? He hit the post.
Yeah, he was unlucky with that. That would have been nice if that one would have crept in, because I think if we could have, at 1-0 down, if we'd have got that next goal, I think we could have gone on and won it. I still felt early enough, if a chance had gone in at 2-0, then we might have got something else as well. I just said to the boys, I haven't really got, they've been all in today. I haven't got any gripes with them. Just the normal gripes I would probably have, thinking that where we've got to be better, what we have to improve on. But I thought the lads were all in today. They give everything, and supporters can see that at the end, and that's why they stayed behind them. So that was really good.
And obviously now, are you expecting the window and that? Are you expecting it all to sort of pick up now in the last sort of 8 to 10 days?
Well, it might do. Yeah, it might do.
Are you hopeful that you can?
Well, it might do. I don't know. You never know on things, so I know you've got to ask me. So I'll be glad when it's February and then you don't have to ask me anymore. So yeah, we'll always be trying to do things. We know that, but we've been trying to do them up till now. Not got a couple over the line. That happens. That's happening everywhere, up and down the country at the moment. So, when you think about how much the team has evolved, if you think about it, we're 3 weeks into January. 3 weeks. The last time we played these, we had 2 starters from that game. So I think it's evolved a fair bit without January being anything to do with it. So there's been a real lot of hard work that's gone into putting that team together through 3 weeks in a window and then 3 months without it. So yeah, been a lot of hard work put in.
Is it the top end of the pitch that you will?
I wouldn't tell you that anyway. I would never do that. Why would I? Why would I do that? So you can surmise and anyone else can surmise, but I would never do that anyway, because what that does, it hangs the people in there. Okay. I've never done that in 30 odd years. I'm not going to start doing it now.
Because previously you mentioned the possibility of a goalkeeper, so Mamadou can go on loan. Is that still something that you? It hasn't
been an urgent one. Joe Day's been very good this season, very good. If we want to say, has he made a mistake? I thought Joe was really good today. I thought Joe was really good.
I'm not suggesting that.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying you are. Yeah, no. I thought he was really good. So we have probably other urgent areas. So yeah, for me, that isn't what I would call an urgent area.
Steve Cottrell with Mark Halliwell after Cheltenham Town 0, Grimsby Town 2 as it had finished at Warden Road this afternoon. Cheltenham just not really taking their chances and then being hit with 2 sucker punches. Elsewhere today in the Southern League Premier South Division, Gloucester City were 3-1 winners against Tiverton Town. Marcus Day, Joe Hanks and Kieran Phillips getting the goals for the Tigers. In Division 1 South, disappointment from Bishop's Cleeve as they lost 3-1 at home to Malvern Town. Ross Langworthy with a consolation in the second half for Bishop's Cleeve, but a big win today for Hartpury as they beat Larkwell Athletic 5-0. Nathan Jenkins completing a hat-trick. Noah Coates and Billy Osborne the other goal scorers today for Hartpury. Speaking of Hartpury's rugby players did brilliantly as well. They've completed a league double over Worcester at 6 ways today. They won 34-28 with a bonus point win as well. Ollie Holiday scoring 2 of the tries, Jared Hayler and Peter Paramore the other try scorers to give them that bonus point. Big win that for Hartpury in the champ. And in National League 2 West, Cinderford lost out to a last minute penalty at Taunton. Taunton Titan 16, Cinderford 14 was how it finished. Sean Gardner and Ben Carpenter the try scorers for Cinderford. Half time in our second commentary match, Forest Green Rovers drawing 1-1 at the moment at Scunthorpe United. We'll go back there in a moment. Let's see if we can first hear a bit more from the Cheltenham Town camp. Mark Halliwell with Cheltenham Town defender George Nurse.
What was your sort of overall feelings about the game today?
Yeah, frustrating one. I think sort of lads are disappointed in there. I think we put in a good performance. Obviously a few sloppy goals, sort of the first one we can't really do too much about. It's a great strike from the lad. Second one we need to do better. So I think just overall frustration really.
But between the goals, arguably the better side.
Yeah, I think so. I think we played some really good football today. We looked confident on the ball. We played some good stuff and just sort of lacked in that final third as a whole. I think we needed to get in there more and sort of causing more problems, but I think moving the ball around today we were decent.
A bit similar to Oldham last week really, wasn't it? Another one where you feel a little bit hard done by.
Yeah, definitely. Over the both games, I think we've been probably the better side and played the better football. So the sooner we can sort of turn them performances into results, the better.
And 3 games down the line with Cheltenham, how are you enjoying it?
Yeah, really good. Really enjoying my time here. Sort of settled in a little bit now. It's a good set of lads, and obviously I've worked with the manager before, so no, I'm really enjoying it.
Was it the manager that was sort of really the big pull to come here when the chance came?
Yeah, definitely. He sort of gave me my first chance in sort of playing football in the league. So when I sort of had the opportunity to come back and play under him, was something I wanted to do straight away.
What is it about him that makes you want to play for him?
I think just the way he is, really. He's it's weird. You sort of either love him or you hate him. I really like him, so. I sort of enjoy training and enjoy spending my time around him. So no, it's been good. And also because you owe him. You feel you owe him a bit, possibly because of him giving you a chance as well. Yeah, definitely. There's an element of that. I think we've got a good relationship, so it's good to be back with him. And what about the set of lads? The good set of lads here? Yeah, really good. Settled in well. To be fair, they've made me feel welcome and stuff. So yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. And he just. In his interview just there, he said that you played a lot at Shrewsbury, left of a 3 or as a wing back. Here it's full back in a 4, so a little bit different. Yeah, a little bit. I've sort of played numerous positions sort of throughout my career so far. Sort of left of a back 3, like you said, and left back. So sort of anywhere I can slot into the team, I'll try and do a job. And as I say, you've over your career, you've had some pretty horrendous injuries, haven't you? And how have you managed to battle back from those? How difficult was that been over time? Yeah, really tough. Definitely some dark times during them injuries, but just had to keep positive. I knew I had a good team around me at the time. The physios at Shrewsbury done a really good job keeping me positive and stuff. So no, it's behind me now. I'm enjoying back playing football. So. And as I say, you've played 3 games here. I mean, coming into that first game, Leicester in the FA Cup, not a bad way to start, was it? No, it was tough. I obviously I only trained on the Thursday, so I didn't know if I was going to sort of get thrown straight in. But yeah, straight in at the deep end, and it was a good game to come into. Quite an occasion, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely. No, it was good. And with a good atmosphere, good crowd. And what do you think of the fans so far? What do you think of the fans here so far? Yeah, no, they've been brilliant. Sort of make a lot of noise, and that helps the lads a lot of times. So no, they've been good, and just ask them to keep it up, really. Now, rest of the season, sort of 20 odd games to go. What are the sort of feelings and the hopes now for the rest of this campaign? I think obviously the main aim is to get as far away as we can from the bottom of the table. I think if we keep putting in performances like that, we'll soon do that.
Thoughts of George Nurse, Cheltenham Town defender, after their 2-0 defeat at Grimsby. We're in match night here now on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. It's half-time. It's Scunthorpe 1, Forest Green Rovers 1.
Scunthorpe looking to equalise, driving on forward. Just time Forest Green to put numbers in the box. As players fall everywhere. Half course of the players shot in the back of the referee. Points to the spot and gives a penalty.
Yeah, that penalty, an equaliser for Scunthorpe after Rovers had taken the lead.
In the midfield. Reece goes past the shoulder of his last man. Brings the top ball low. He's got Austin to his left. Tips over the keeper. Can he find the back of the net? He can! Ricardo Reece comes back. Ball over the top. Controls it well. Brings it down, sees the back of the net with perfection.
Yeah, Ricardo Reece back in the side and back on the score sheet. Could have had 2. Let's see if he can get a second as we rejoin your commentary team here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire of Josh Evans and Billy Hunt.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yeah, Ricardo Reece making his way out of the dugout just now. Picture in the second half is a rarity, really. He's only done it one time this season. He was sent off in the first half against Sutton, suspended for the game against Altrincham. Of course, he made his debut in that victory over Halifax. Forest going from left to right from where we're sat. Scunthorpe going towards that chocker terrace away to our left-hand side. As you can hear there, having a little sing-song on a Saturday night. Forest Green fans away to the right. A bit lonely there, 100, 120 of those there. Scunthorpe kick-off, false start though, because a few players drived on forward. Scunthorpe going from right to left from where sat. They go down the left-hand side. Goes straight off for a Forest Green Rovers throw. I still in goal. The back 4 of Mingy in the right, Mendy and Khan and 2 centre-backs, and Morrison the left-back. The 2 centre midfielders of Bunker and Woku. McAllister on the right wing and Gidibiara on the left, and 2 strikers of Babalola and Reece. Ricardo Reece, that is. Bench 4, Forest Green, Pagel Kengley, Horton Doidge, Knowles Clark, and officially Trey Pemberton But apparently Kirkhoff was pulled off in the warm-up and replaced by Pemberton. I've not seen Pemberton, so let's wait and see who does feature potentially. Ricardo Rees whacks it behind him. They didn't mean to do that. And thankfully Morrison manages to clear, win himself a throw-in. A rare error for Rees.
Yeah, Morrison adjusted really well, didn't he, over on that far side. It was slightly behind him, almost caused him a bit of danger, especially with the wind coming in Scunthorpe's favour in this second half, and Morrison did really well to adjust.
Throw up the line for Forest Green. They are deep in their own half. Again, they win the first half, but not the second, and gives Scunthorpe another chance. Carnu brings the ball down and clears up the line. Does it go fourth throw? It does, and it goes Forest Green's away. I think it might take a deflection of a Scunthorpe player. It has. Again, we talked about the pitch before in the first half. It's sandy, not fully covered with grass, cut up a little bit. The ground's been up there at half time, not causing huge amount of problems though. There's a patch of a lot of sand. It's now in the Scunthorpe half, just above the penalty area. It's probably the worst bit when it's held up a little. I think there's a bit of rain up here. Not as much as down south, back home in Gloucestershire and further south. It might not take too much. But none planned this evening and forecast. Forest Green go down the left, tap through Morrison. Finds Woku, holds the ball up well. Bunker goes down the right of Mingy. Mingy with a few step overs. Goes past one, wins himself a throwing kick. No, he doesn't. Goes off for a goal kick. That's like Mingy playing as right back. Jilly Biabu up on the left-hand side. And it's 2.5 minutes gone in this second half. Bit of a tame start, I've got to say, Josh.
Yeah, Mingy just progressing down that right side. I think Andy Butler, the Scunthorpe boss, was just trying to say to the referee, why isn't there a yellow card coming out for the potential dive? But Mingy gets away with that one. No foul certainly on that near side. Just try to buy a foul and keep Forest Green in possession.
McAllister plays the ball over top. Rees taken down quite late there. Referee puts his hands to his sides. What are you supposed to do there? It's obviously a free kick. Tried to play advantage. No cards given, you got to say, from Ross Joyce in that first half. Controversial decision to make for the penalty. Now we've looked back at the penalty. We'll talk about that of the free kick for Forest Green. The one that's given. I have not yet seen the Ricardo Rees one. McAllister over this. He's 45 yards out. Not really shootable. Forest Green commit the men forward. Plays a searching ball into the box. Nowhere near Forest Green player. It's fallen to Woku. It's being charged down. Breaking the ball away there. It's fallen. Chilty back to Woku. Woku in the area. What can he do with it? Chips it back to Babalona. Just can't nip the ball away. And Forest Green just trying to get the ball back into the box. What good work from Woku that was.
Yeah, what a goal it would have been as well. And Woku just receiving that almost 1-2. It didn't look like it was going to be on, but
this could be on for Scunthorpe as they go down their left-hand side. Forest Green a bit out of possession from that free kick, and the danger's not over yet because Scunthorpe's got it to the far side. Options in the box, go into the area, played across goal. Forest Green needs to just watch the men. Shot comes in, it's a well taken one. Goes in! Scunthorpe make it two. Forest Green bats off. A well-placed shot from Zane Westbrook on the edge of the D. Placed it past Eisted. And it's Scunthorpe 2, Forest Green 1.
It's a clean strike from Westbrook. Driven right-footed as it comes to him outside the area. Fine strike across the goalkeeper, right into that, rifled into the bottom corner. Front of the home fans to a brilliant finish. And like you said, they were just caught short at the back of a Forest Green as they broke forward. And it's a fine finish. And Scunthorpe take the lead early in this second half.
They never looked comfortable from that Forest Green. Woku had a great chance then. Tapped to Babalola. Maybe should have done more. Maybe the ball wasn't the best to him. But when Scunthorpe went forward, Forest Green a bit out of position, but they just didn't seem to be fully confident. Westbrook had far too much space there on the edge of the area.
Yeah, and I think the way he drives it low into that bottom corner just gives Eisted absolutely no chance. He was instrumental in a lot of good things in terms of the passing in that first half was Westbrook, and a clean strike to give Scunthorpe the lead early in the second. It
was surely too much space there. I know Forest Green was scrambling back, but He popped up and placed his shot well. Now Forest Green being a goal up, now find themselves 2-1 down. And it was just, 30 seconds, if not less, and Forest Green had that chance to Woku and Babalola.
Yeah, it was a good chance at the other end, wasn't it, from Woko, and he tried to find Babalola when it could have been the option to go for goal, but slightly off balance, didn't want to take the strike on, and it was just about clambered clear by Scunthorpe.
There's a bit of a pushing, shoving up the ball between Whitehall and Carney. The referee gave nothing as Reese was searched for in the Scunthorpe half. Found well and taps it to Jilibiabu. Biabu stops his run. Needs a bit of support. Goes back to Bunker. Scunthorpe playing quite aggressively, putting a bit of a press on. Forrest can go back to Mendy. You can hear that home found now. Mendy over the top. McAllister unleashed. Shoved off the ball but as well to recover. And wins himself a throw. He does. In front of the Forest Green fans. Bunker to Mendy. They advances Mendy. Woku. It's the ball taken off him cleanly. Babalola backheels it. With McAllister in the box, but Scunthorpe, wary of the danger, managed to clear. Forest can commit to the numbers forward. Got to be wary. They only win the ball back though. Flicked into the air of McAllister. Charge down. Scunthorpe with a chance to break. It's a 3-on-3 and they use it quickly. Thankfully they played it back. And Mendy charged the ball down there. Where's he playing?
Yeah, Forest Green right in the attack with numbers up here as well.
Diaby looks at Babalola, not the best ball in. And Mendy gets dispossessed with one back. Ravu Morrison, little 1-2, goes past one challenge, brings himself a free kick. Or the referee, I think either of them a free kick, the referee stopped play for an injury, no matter what the play stopped. Frantic in Forest Green, they're trying to get their equaliser quickly.
Yeah, and it's been frantic all game, hasn't it? Generally, there's not been many spells in the game where there's been a lull maybe, and teams have had the ball at the back with safe possession, but generally we've had 52 minutes here of real full throttle action.
Yeah, good quality football here. Scunthorpe leading with 2-1 though. Forest Green going ahead and now find themselves behind. Oh, the referee's restarting with a drop ball Scunthorpe's way. I thought Woke got possession when the referee blew up. And Savage not happy with that decision either. You can hear what the fans asking Robbie Savage what the score is. It's Savage 2, Scunthorpe 2, Forest Green Rovers 1. Drop balls restarts and Mahadi plays it long. Not an unforced error from Morrison off for a Scunthorpe throw. Midway in the Forest Green half. You can hear the Scunthorpe fans, they found their voice, and that's the problem with that early goal in the second half. They were a bit silenced in the first. After that Ricardo Reese early goal, getting back into it. Throw taken down the line. Morrison putting a challenge in, goes away another throw though. This one a bit more deeper in the Forest Green half. Scunthorpe in possession, search ball into the box, Bunker heads it away from Oisted. And the second ball's there and Scunthorpe easily come away with it again. Flicked ball into the area. Carner shot off the ball. Fairness is the referee. Here's a chance to make it 2. Ashton with a save and touches it second time round. And somehow scrambled to get that ball away from goal, and that could have been easily Scunthorpe's third actually.
Yeah, Whitehall with some brilliant forward play, just getting his body in, chesting it down, or just nodding it into the path there, and in the end Oisted with some sharp reflex and diving on the ball just in time to avoid Scunthorpe getting a third.
I think Forest Green, yes, they're trying to get the equaliser. That's the second challenge on White, who's going to get the first yellow card of the day. But the yellow card is given to Woku. Forest Green want to get the equaliser. A firework goes off in the background. But they're committing the men and they're suddenly looking vulnerable when they're defensively now.
Yeah, and Scunthorpe are breaking quickly when they have the ball, aren't they? And finding those pockets of space where that Forest Green are giving up as they're trying to break forward and get the equaliser. There's still a long time to go in this match, and Forest Green need to just be careful that they don't go further out of the game.
Look, there's 55 minutes gone. There's a lot of football to play. It's not the time to throw the kitchen sink forward and get the equaliser just yet. Scunthorpe with this free kick. It's in the centre circle. They clip it forward. Actually, they find the unmarked Ewing. He plays the ball in second phase. Babalola's header's poor, it goes behind him. Because Scunthorpe put the ball across goal. Forrest Green to get a touch away. Iwoku gets the important touch away from goal, but Scunthorpe maintain possession. Forrest Green back. Forrest Green looking a bit vulnerable at the moment. Scunthorpe playing the ball forward. They've got the men there. Isted comes forward and easily clutches it. Just a little bit of a calm down, I think he needs to do now. He's holding on to the ball. He wants to get rid of it quickly. Rolls it to Carden. He's being pressed. I think Scunthorpe, they taste a bit of blood here.
Yeah, and Forrest Green, like you said, they are just having to weather a little bit of a storm.
Babalola turns round. McAllister's to his right, who he finds. Not the best ball for him. I think that's caught up in that muddy patch as well. And Scunthorpe come away with it yet again. Mendy's a bit out of position, but Bunker's slotting in there. And they need to get back through Forest Green. Scunthorpe go forward. They're looking so confident on the ball. It's opened up far too much for Denton. Calls him to shoot. Takes the block from Bunker. And McAllister comes away with it and wins off a free kick. It's equally good entertaining football, but Forest Green's just seem a bit nervy defensively.
Yeah, I think you mentioned potentially Mendy and Bunker swap. I think they have done that permanently. You can see Bunker just slotting into that right centre-back role, and Mendy's probably just taken one step up into midfield, just direct swapping positions.
And he's on the ball now in the centre circle. He's got Gilliby over to the left-hand side. He takes possession in the box, few step overs, has a shot, takes it in and goes in for Forest Green. That's the equaliser. Gilliby Abu found on the left, goes into the area and smashes it home out of nowhere. And it's Scunthorpe 2, Forest Green 2.
Brilliant. Firstly from Mendy, picked up that position as he's just moved into midfield, finds Biabi, who's in acres of space initially, draws the man in, little footstep to the left, fires towards goal. The goalkeeper gets something on it but can only help it into the roof of the net, and
it's just power, wasn't it? Power.
Incredible game at the moment, end-to-end stuff, and Forest Green, they'll be delighted that they've got back on level terms so quickly.
Well, Mendy's had a few people singing about him recently. Forest Green allegedly turning down an offer from Hearts for him to go, and he's got 2 assists today, one with the ball over the top, well Fabiava on the left. We've seen him so often with that step over, so I thought he was going to just cross it across goal, just smashed it home. And that kick-off routine isn't the best case for a goal kick, and suddenly we thought, and maybe Scunthorpe could have gone 3-1 up. It's 2-2.
Yeah, the one thing I really like about Biabu, when he's got to the byline, he's just thought, let's think about hitting the ball clean towards goal. He's not got too technical in terms of having a look who's in the box. He knows he's got the opportunity to get a shot off. He does that. You could look at the goalkeeper and think he could probably do more than that, but he's struck it with such power that he's almost caught the goalkeeper off guard, and all he can do is help the ball into the roof of the net.
Isted finds Babalola, chests it down well, finds Mendy, a right player at the midfield position. Back hills from McAllister. Forest Green playing a bit of confidence here. Mendy on the right hand side, he's been unleashed. Ball into the area, takes a few ricochets, and Scunthorpe clear. Morrison trying to win the ball back, but Iwoku calmly intercepts that. He's got to be wearing on yellow, Iwoku. We have 58 minutes. As Morrison finds Bunker. Savage said to you before the game, he mentioned 60 minutes, didn't he? Whether will be subbed shortly. Bunker searching ball, finds Gilliby Abu, the goal scorer. Again, he goes into the box. Looking step overs, he's going to shoot again. He's got options behind him. Morrison's there. McAllister's going into the box. He's played to McAllister, who gets the ball taken off him, but wins himself a corner or a goal kick. Corner for Forest Green. Good link up there because he knew he was going to find McAllister, but it was congested with Scunthorpe players.
Yeah, now Forest Green suddenly on the front foot, and that's how the momentum can change so quickly in a game. And as the adage goes, goals definitely do change games. Forest Green now on the front foot to try and take the lead.
And they have a corner. Referee blows up. The Busky forms on the penalty spot. Scunthorpe keeping a man up. Forest Green keeping 2 men on him. Busky about to split. With the corner. Takes it the away swing. Can't find Bunker. McAllister gets the second bite of the cherry, trying to get himself in a shooting position. It's so congested there, and he plays looking for Biara on the left hand side. Referee blows up because there's a player holding his head, and I think they'll be alright. Actually, the ball's over here, so it wasn't really going to lead to anything. So our mark gone. Changes coming for Scunthorpe firstly. Connor Smith to come on. Coming on now, the referee says no, not with a drop ball. No, it resets with a drop ball. Going to be Kyle Hurst to come off when play does restart. When Forest Green on the back foot before getting the equaliser, Savage was sending his subs out. I don't think there's no need to change anything just yet. We don't know how long Mingy's got in his legs. WR's got something on his legs. He's going on the left-hand side. 3 players in the box if he can find them. Plays the ball towards the fast post, and it's an own goal. No, it's not. Comes off the crossbar. Hart didn't go in. And Scunthorpe managed to clear. That hit the crossbar, went everywhere off the defender's head, and I'm sure that's going to go in the back of the net.
It looks certain to go in, didn't it? And Forest Green right on the front foot now, causing all the problems back there. And
Mendy in the box. Ball from Mingy. Can't find Babalola in the middle. It would have been a lucky goal for Forest Green, but I don't care how it is, but it just seemed to ricochet off the defender, off the crossbar, went down and didn't go in the back of the net across the line.
Yeah, another great delivery that time from Biabu. Left-footed, gets to the byline. The defender had no choice but to try and get something on it.
Does the same now as the ball goes into the box. Can't find play in the green and black of Forest Green. Woker heads the ball forward. Finding Minging. 2 players on him. Gets taken down. Fairly, says the referee. And a good chance out from Woker sliding the ball off Forest Road. Don't want to miss time that on a yellow card. Oh, what a game it is so far. Scunthorpe 2, Forest Green Rovers 2 here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Hope you're enjoying yourselves at home as much as we are here in Scunthorpe. Not too many times to say that, as it's 62 minutes gone. A lot of football to play as well.
Yeah, and we said in the first half that potentially 2 goals probably did this game a little bit light in terms of how much action there was, and 2-2 on 60, it's about right now, you'd say.
Scunthorpe have a chance now going on the right hand side again. Forest Green a bit opposition, got to watch the men as they go into the box. Morrison tracking back. Scunthorpe still have the ball at their feet. Ball into the box. It's torn over top. It goes off for a goal kick. Forest Green looking good going forward. A little bit scary when they're tracking back defensively.
Yeah, I think Roberts will be a little bit disappointed that he hasn't forced Istead into some action there. He could almost tell that he was going to come inside onto his left foot and try and get a strike away, but didn't get the contact he would have really wanted on that left foot as he cut it inside.
Still no movement from that bench here. It looks like Smith was ready to come on, but not decided to bring him on just yet as Andy Butler, the Scunthorpe manager. Istead with the goal kick. Not the most... A lot of distance he gets there. Bunker managed to recover and play the ball over top to Babalola. You see the ball bounce in front of him. And Mendy gives away a free kick, but who plays advantage? They go down the right hand side of Scunthorpe. Forest Green tracking back because Roberts gets the ball on the far side. Again, watch the men, they're popping up at the edge of the box. Roberts, 2 step overs, plays the ball into the area, side footed shot. His Bunker get a touch away for a corner. And that was another corner shot from Scunthorpe.
Yeah, Hurst that time getting the effort away. It's Roberts again. He was found really nicely on that far side actually. He does come inside once more and finds Hurst in the box. Doesn't quite get the contact he requires on it. It might just ricochet into the path. But instead, they get a corner from it, and Scunthorpe looking dangerous.
Smith coming on. I think Smith coming on. There's a double change here. See the player coming off. So we knew that Smith was coming on. See the player coming off is Kyle Hurst. But there's a second change as well. Ross Barrow's coming off. And Smith also coming on alongside Gene Berry-Hogan. Gets a big applause, does Smith coming on. Corner the Forest Green have to defend. 64 minutes gone. Scunthorpe 2 and Forest Green Rovers 2. There's more goals in this. Forest Green every man back. Another ball played under the far post, goes over everyone off for a goal kick. They're dangerous, these corners, aren't they? Just dipping under the crossbar.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx it, do we, like you said, but it does feel like there's more goals in this game, and not sure which way it's going to go at the moment. Both sides having spells and swings of momentum.
Knowles come on for Forest Green, replacing Mingy. Yeah, I'm not surprised with Mingy. He's played very well as Mingy, but Savage said to you before that he's probably got about an hour in him. He's had 65 minutes. So Knowles going there, and I imagine slotting straight back into that right back role. Savage giving Mingy a huge hug.
Yeah, he's played well today. Jay Mingy, especially like you said, not had loads of minutes under his belt this season, but he's played really well on that right side, driving runs when required and helping the team get at the pitch. Pretty dependable at the back as well. So
looking a good signing, on loan from Stockport. Eisted goes long, can't find Mendy, but wins himself a throw-in. Interesting that Mendy's gone into the midfield role. I think he's a bit more comfortable there. Well, Savage saw that Bunker going back, maybe he's a bit more attack-minded. Babalola gets the ball taken off him. Not the best clearance though from Scunthorpe. Knowles committed himself with a trailing arm though into the back of the Scunthorpe player, goes down. He did lead a bit with the elbow there, actually, not maliciously, but he's going to have a talking to when the referee is Tom Knowles.
Yeah, he almost jumped, didn't he? And it just left his elbow. I didn't think there was too much in it in terms of getting any yellow cards out, but maybe yes, just keep it at the foul and that's all okay.
It's Scunthorpe 2, Forest Rovers 2 here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. 66 minutes gone. It's played down for Scunthorpe. I don't think they want him to get treatment because they know he's going to have to go off the pitch. His teammates are saying he's going to crack on despite the knock to the head. A cup of tea to our right hand side. I'm tempted to steer there. It's not been tough. I think it's all the colleagues of BBC Radio Humber side have got it. No hospitality our way. It's probably cold right now, but still, it's looking tempting, isn't it?
In the mugs as well.
Yeah, none of these paper cups. Yeah. Still, we'll have to just crack on. Free kick to Scunthorpe. Mahadi takes it long. The Scunthorpe keeper does go and gets the length of it as well. Bunker doesn't get the contact the first header. Khan is there to knock up and play forward. Finds Reese. Again, there's pulls four there from Reese. Gives it back to Scunthorpe. They get the ball away to McAllister. Says goes long to Biabu. Babalola there as well. Babalo's touch goes to Biabu on the right hand side. Knowles continuing his run. Jilly Biabu in the box. He scored one. Can he score another? It's got a bit congested there. Here it comes though for a chance to make it two. Reese sees his shot blocked. Back to Biabu. Scunthorpe's defence has arrived and Biabu gets shoved off the ball quite cheaply there, and Scunthorpe go long. Bunker with a vital header to win. He can't win the first one. Surely it's a free kick against Forest Green. It's not. Goes wide for a goal kick, and Whitehall sees it go off a goal kick Forest Green's way. How was that not a free kick against Bunker? Seems to be dragged to the floor. But the other end, chance for Ricardo Reese.
Yeah, chance for Reese, and I think Biabu a bit disappointed that he didn't get a shot off when he chopped inside onto his left foot as well. It was a good chance and a good break as Forest Green got at the pitch.
Scunthorpe coming forward. It's the backside of Mendy. Jilly Biabu's going to get himself in the book here. He's got to be careful because he's talked himself into a yellow card, and if he keeps talking away, he might get a bit more than that. Mendy's having a chat with Savage here. I think it's kind of saying Biabu's lost his head. And look, Biabu's reacted there. He needs to get a talking to from his teammates. Just, he needs to calm down. Mendy as captain, I think Mendy's saying to Savage, get him off.
Yeah, he was sort of showing that the substitution sign, wasn't he, Mendy, and pointing towards Jilly Biabu's direction.
Just got to keep his head. I think maybe the Scunthorpe will know he's on a yellow card as well. He scored one goal. He's on the far side from Savage. Morrison intercepts, but it goes off for a Scunthorpe throw. There's no obvious changes though, is there? I guess Clark potentially.
He does seem to have settled down. He's not necessarily saying anything to the referee right now, and he seemed maybe just settled down and just that spell. Yeah, maybe just doing good.
It's a bit simple. I think Forest Green down to 10 they lose today. It's how exciting and open this game is. If you get a man disadvantage, as Forest Green themselves a free kick, it's Jilly Biabu who's got to keep his cool after doing so, and it is going to be Jaden Clark. He should know better, shouldn't he, Biabu? Maybe he's on a yellow and maybe he can be calm, but the fact is captain, and I think the other players are saying as well, he's got to come off. Yeah,
I think he was maybe disappointed that he didn't get the free kick go his way, and you could see Knowles making a really long busting run down this right hand side. Probably a bit disappointed that he didn't get slipped in down this right, but like you say, it still created a chance for Reese at that far side. Just disappointed that they didn't really get a proper shot away.
Callis gets the ball away, and Woker doesn't challenge for that. He knows on that yellow card. Scunthorpe down the right. Forest Green backing off the players at the edge of the box. Is what he conceded the first but they managed to scramble the ball away. The first and the second half, sorry. Scunthorpe getting the first on the penalty spot. Ball in the area, calmly clears. Finds Reese deep in his own half, there can't be too much with it. Woku needs to find Bunker, who he does so. Referees about to pull out for something, I'm not sure what, whether they take the advantage. Babalola works hard and links up well with Knowles to get the ball, and he wanted to find Reese on the left-hand side. There's a maker of space, but it's tackles flying in, but Scunthorpe go down the left. They've overloaded the right-hand side. Referee's blown up for something, offside flag. We had a very decent view for that, Josh, and it was pretty close.
Yeah, you could see the linesman just getting in position, ready to put his flag up. It just took us a couple of seconds to do so. It was tight on this near side. There was not much in it, and that was a dangerous break for Scunthorpe.
Forest had a chance, didn't they? Babalola and McAllister trying to get hold of the ball. If they got hold of it and could put Reese on that left.
So close. Just couldn't quite get the ball under their spell, and there was acres of space on that left-hand side. Just didn't quite open up for them.
Reese trying to head it down to Babalola, but can't be found. Scunthorpe clear. Bunker, bit of pressure onto him. Finds McAllister, back forward to Babalola. Uses his power to put a challenge in. Scunthorpe play the ball back to the keeper. It goes long. Woku can't win that first ball. Bunker doesn't give away a foul, despite it looks like almost ripping the shirt off a Scunthorpe player. Jilly Biarbu's on that yellow card, doesn't commit himself too much. The Force get the ball back through Biarbu, holds the ball up on the halfway line and wins a free kick, and this needs to keep his head after doing so. Clark looked ready to come on, but doesn't seem to be making the sub straight away. In fact, there's going to be a double change for Scunthorpe before Forest Green do anything.
Yeah, it's also Jilly Biarbu's a great outlet, isn't he, to have on the break. He continues to keep running, and he's onside here.
No, he's not. It's forward. The cheers for the Scunthorpe fans. Ironic. Of course, the offside given against them. More movement on the bench for Scunthorpe. Looks to be a double change. On comes Beeston for Whitehall. And their fourth will be announced shortly. Whitehall coming off. The second player to come on in the fourth change is Ubers Van Nolmu. We weren't looking forward to him coming on. And he is replacing Callum Roberts, I think, coming on. Actually, no, it's the 17 on Ollie Ewing to come on. Callum Roberts faces behind the pitch. Are you surprised that Clark, Jilly Biarbu's son, hasn't happened just yet? With Biarbu looking a bit hot-headed and getting that yellow card. Yeah. His teammates are screaming for him to come off.
I think maybe he's just calmed himself down. Maybe just was speaking a little bit too much towards the referees in the referee's direction, but we know what an important outlet he is on the break, and maybe the management team are just thinking, let's just give him 5 minutes, let's give him 10 minutes, let's just see how he reacts to the yellow card.
Mendy wins the first ball, but again the sacking is on by Scunthorpe. Biarbu deep in his own half, plays it back to Carlin. Not sure he wanted it there, but Carlin quickly cleared it upfield. Babalola looks to find McAllister, gets the ball nipped off him, and Scunthorpe play the ball forward. Mendy, a judge should use his hands to bring the ball down. Referee raises the ball away, comes off in though for a throw. Still goals in this, 74 minutes gone. You can just tell, can't you, the way this game's going. Mendy intercepts well, he's been playing well today. Pushed up to midfield in the second half. Babalola gets the ball away quite cheaply, and Scunthorpe going down the right. It's open up forward, calls him to shoot, does just that. The shot's taken, it's ricocheted into the path of Scunthorpe again. He turns, shoots, scores! Forest Green can't take the ball away. Ogonu, he comes straight off the bench, turns, slots past Eisted, 10 yards out. And the Scunthorpe 3, Forest Green 2.
Yeah, it's a ricochet that comes into his path, and in all fairness, he's got out of it really well. As Ubazuanu just holds off his man and just tucks it away. A little fortunate how it's come to him from that right-hand side, but he's tucked it away really well, and right in front of those home fans as well. They were almost baying that goal to go in, and disappointed for Forest Green. It could have gone either way, like you said, that goal. And now they've got an uphill task in the final 15 minutes.
Straight off the bench as well to score that. It was a bit unlucky for Forest Green. Took a ricochet, didn't it? The goal to it, maybe should have kept an eye onto it. But changes for Forest Green. It's going to be Christian Deutsch to come on. Playing for Babalola, who hasn't been holding the ball up too well. Let's see it. It's coming off. It is Temi Babalola, who's struggled at times today. Maybe he's been well marshalled, but he's not maybe as influential as we know he can be. So Christian Deutsch and Ricardo Rees playing up front together. The Welsh duo and Christian Deutsch. We got a big applause from the Forest Green fans coming on. Fans' favourite, of course.
Babalola's found himself a little bit more isolated in this second half as the gaps have kind of widened at times to try and get up towards him. He has been in a few battles today, and in the early exchanges certainly he was getting the better of them, but it's a chance now for Christian Deutsch in the last 15 minutes to really get Forest Green back level. A
rare chance as well. Deutsch doesn't feature too much. I think his last time might have been in the Boxing Day game up to Brackley. He's of course joining us on some racing duties on Gloucestershire on Wednesday night. Now he's playing in the last 15 minutes at Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe 3, Forest Green Rovers 2. 76 minutes gone. Fantastic Christian Deutsch being the player to get Forest Green back into it. Mendy in that midfield plays for Zabunka, who goes long. Deutsch is forward to find Knowles. Forest Green just find themselves a bit out of position here. Knowles commits themselves. There's a bit of a gap, and Scunthorpe exploiting down the left. Woker on that yellow card. Stays strong. Needs support though. Plays it to Mendy in his own box. Mendy has found well. Stung a bit too long on the time the ball Mendy, but finds Deutsch deep in his own half. Taps it to Knowles. Again, Forest Green only in their own half. Ball looking forward to Rees. Intercepted from the defence of Scunthorpe. Clear for a goal kick. Throw in deep in their own half.
There's no suggestion that Scunthorpe are going to shut up shop, are they, after that goal? They're still making sure that they turn the press on going forward, and at some point you might see them try and get more players beyond the ball, and Forest Green have those waves of pressure, but certainly not for now. They're going to still keep going for it.
Scunthorpe not lost at home since October. You can kind of hear and feel why. Deutsch winning the first ball, can't find Rees though. Scunthorpe get the ball back. Morrison heads into the path of Mendy, leaves with Deutsch. Can't get onto the end of that either. Scunthorpe just getting onto the ball first quickly here. You're right, they're not shutting up shot. Slightly 3-2 up. Should it be Harvey putting a strong challenge in there? He's on a yellow card, as is Woku. Very careful Forest Green these bookings. Scunthorpe the ball in the Forest Green box. Go past Carnu. Need to keep an eye on the men. They've just left players completely unmarked there, including Connor Smith. It goes off for a corner. It's just looking like they've got a bit of freedom in Scunthorpe.
Yeah, they've got a bit between the teeth at the moment, haven't they? And you can hear the crowd really getting behind the team at the moment, really shouting their team on to try and get that fourth goal. You wouldn't say that the game's completely done full of goals at the moment.
No, I
think
there's another one in this. 78 minutes gone. Scunthorpe 3, Forest Green Rovers 2. It's a good game for Forest Green at the moment. Not going home with any points. Corner for Scunthorpe. They've been dangerous, these corners. Again, dips under the crossbar. Carl wins the first header. Goes straight back to the corner taker though. He's got another ball into the box, which Forest Green don't deal with initially. McCallum just heads the ball away. Forest Green had every man back, so Scunthorpe with another ball, chance to put the ball long. Goes into Eisted's hands. Picks up playing it quickly, but rolls it to Carnu. Finds a Woku, unmarked in his own half. Crosses the halfway line. Deutsch in the middle, he can be found. Still with Woku. Callister in the middle making a run. Knowles on his right hand side, who finds. Knowles gets caught a bit of mud. Goes off for a corner, goes to the hands of the keeper. Yeah, I think the ball just took that's where the pitch maybe got a bit of an excuse and bobbled up a bit as Knowles put the ball in.
Yeah, brilliant drive and run from Nwoko to get the team at the pitch. Eistedd made a good call on the he was thinking about trying to play the ball out quickly and just kept it calm. And Forest Green just need to make sure that they start to get the momentum going now and start the waves of attack coming towards that Scunthorpe goal.
Plays it to the left hand side to Morrison. As the announcement goes off about some chanting today. Kanu being hassled and with Zono. Hear the announcement going around here. Scunthorpe going forward. The announcement goes out across the ground about the chanting. Ball goes off away. Corner Scunthorpe's away. Important to remind fans to watch their chants in there. There's been a few not nice chants here today. Corner to Scunthorpe. They've been dangerous, as we said. They've been swinging under the crossbar. Still Clark seems to keep teasing us he's going to come on. Hasn't done so yet. Searching ball into the area. First early one by Mendy. Shot goes over the bar. Off for a goal kick. The long range shot from Denton. It's not trying to shove everyone forward just yet. They've taken Doige off. If you look at the remaining options on the bench, Caney, Horton and Clark. Doige search for the goal kick. Can't be found. The offside flag goes up against him though. It wasn't from a goal kick.
Was that not a goal kick?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, unless it was from a flick on. But I thought it was a goal kick. That's strange. Yeah, and who knows why that was. Yeah, that goes off for that. Who knows? Unless it got a flick on, but it looks to be a simple ball to Doige.
You mentioned Jaden Clark. It looks like his entrance is coming pretty soon.
He's coming on.
Substitution replacing number 17,
Morrison.
Elijah Morrison. It is number 14, Jaden Clark. Substitution sponsored by Jackson Stapleton.
So where's Clark going to go? Is Billy Arbu pushed back to a left back? Or maybe they're playing 4-3-3?
Yeah, it looks as if Biabu's just going to slide into that left back role, but we'll see how it goes in the next couple of moves.
Mendy with the header, looking to find Doige. He charges down the clearance. Scunthorpe put the ball forward. Funk with the header. Mendy finds Clark. Scored on Wednesday night. Gets the ball away in a dangerous position. Runs a bit of traffic, and Scunthorpe means to go forward. Gilby Arbu, I think Wares will put in the challenge in, knows on a yellow card. Shot comes in, takes a ricochet and goes wide for a goal kick. Searching shot there from Roberts. Took the ricochet and goes off for the goal kick. And I don't know if that was goal run or not, but it was hit with some venom.
Yeah, the crowd certainly thought it was close. And it was a strike that was coming in from Roberts and just took almost a deflection off the head of Connor Smith and almost wrong foot of the goal. It was kind of going the same direction, but almost took it further into the corner.
Doige heads it down, finds Reese. Touch to Mendy. To Clark on the left-hand side. He scored from this position on Wednesday. What can he do today? He goes into the box. He's got about the numbers back. Falling back to Clark. He needs a bit of support around him. Mendy's in front of him. Plays it to Gilby Arbu. Falls further away from goal Arbu. Nowhere to really go. Roper's there as an option. Turns past his man well. Forward to Clark. Knowles making the run down the right. Good positioning though from Scunthorpe. They're forcing Forest Green further back. Maybe it is time for them to shut up shop. Leading by 3-2. Mendy to Knowles on the right hand side. Controls it well. Ball into the box. Looking to find Doige. Scunthorpe take it away from him. Knowles sees the ball off for a throw. Just stays on. Finds Mendy in the centre of the park. A wall of iron at the moment. Scunthorpe keeping their space. Roper's got a bit of freedom though. But then runs into the traffic. Didn't need to do that. And McAllister with a pretty obvious yellow card taking down the Scunthorpe players that's looking to break. And I don't think there are too many complaints about that. Yeah,
I think that's one of the easier yellow cards the referee will give out this season. McAllister just tripping his man as he was trying to drive forward. They would have had a dangerous attack actually should they have got out there, but McAllister doing the right thing and just stopping the attack there.
Yeah, very much take one for the team then from McAllister. A train trundles past over past the ground on the Cleanthorpe's line. Free kick for Scunthorpe. Only a couple of yards inside their own half. The goalkeeper's going to take it, Mahadi. Plays it down the middle. Goes over everyone for a goal kick. Forest Green's way. It's time to think about putting the kitchen sink forward. Scunthorpe, that they look quite well disciplined, don't they? When Forest Green had possession, they were keeping their shape well.
Yeah, no. Forest Green will get a time when they see Scunthorpe just drop 5 or 10 yards, and they just need to then apply the pressure, get the ball into the right areas, and commit players in the box to try and get on the end of it.
Deutsch can't win the first header, goes back to Bunker. Every touch from him, plays it upfield, looking for Deutsch, swerves away from him as the wind takes the ball off the path. Roku gets that jumped. Knowles charging the ball down, it goes off for a Scunthorpe throw. I just think Scunthorpe they're doing well now. They're not putting men behind the ball in terms of huge numbers. They're just marshalling the game well, taking this time with the throw-in. They're leading by 3-2, 4.5 minutes of normal time to go. Rovers went ahead through Ricardo Rees. Then it was 1-1 at half-time. Scunthorpe went 2-1 up just after the break. Jilibiabu equalised. Scunthorpe put themselves 3-2 up. Carney on the ball, to Clark on the left, in his own half, finds Mendy. He's been impressive today. Powerfully hits it to McAllister on the right. Can he get there before the Scunthorpe defence? He can't. It gets taken off him for a Forest Green throw.
Yeah, it's a really good ball from Mendy. McAllister just keeping his width on this near side on the right, and he opened up the space.
Knowles with the long throw. Forest Green committing the men forward. Leans back on the concrete at the side of the pitch, plays it into the box. Let's find Mendy. Scunthorpe easily deal with it, you have to be saying. Clear it into the night sky. He's got a challenge to win this because he's got some pressure onto it. Heads it for a throw Scunthorpe's way. He went safely first, but it was been passed well by Roberts.
Yeah, it was a tough ball to deal with as well, wasn't it, for Yabu, swirling around in the wind, and he's given away a throw-in, but it could have been a lot worse than that, for sure.
Absolutely. There's one of the game, the half-5. There's a few leagues higher up in the Premier League between Bournemouth and Liverpool.
Yeah, 2-2 now in that game. An 80th minute goal from Szoboszlai has Liverpool level going into the closing stages.
And the closing stages here as well. 3 minutes of normal time to go. Scunthorpe doing a really good job here, actually. Forest Green needs to try and find an equaliser. Deutsch and Ricardo Rees up front. Scunthorpe haven't lost at home since October as Knowles heads back to his keeper, and you don't think they're going to do the same today. Forest Green, maybe the best they can hope for is an equaliser. Scunthorpe will overtake Forest Green in the table. They win today. They clear into the night sky for a throw. Bunker trying to get the ball on the edge of the pitch. No one's helping him to do so. You can hear the cheers because the ball almost fell off the stadium roof onto Bunker. As it stands in the table, Forest Green are going on to 6th place, 7 points off top. Scunthorpe pushed up to 4th. Knowles will throw down the line, find Deutsch. He can't find him for Forest Green. That's cleared poorly to Clark, to Mendy, back to Clark. Thinks about shooting, does just that. It's well blocked. Full to Jilibiabu on the left-hand side, is onside. Search the ball into the box, but Deutsch just gets the ball nipped off him. And Knowles with the shot. It's a bit tame going to the hands of Mahadi, the Scunthorpe keeper. Chance there for Forest Green.
Yeah, there's a chance though. It's fallen for Knowles. Just didn't quite get the contact on it. It was a difficult strike, but it's a lovely touch on this near side.
Yeah, Beeston goes past Knowles and Beeston ball into the box as well. Forest on the back foot, played across goal. Forest needs to desperately clear. Mendy trying to get any touch onto it. But still with Scunthorpe, they play the ball away from the penalty box, but they're still in possession, looking vulnerable with it. They're dangerous with it. Forest looking the vulnerable ones. Beeston gets the ball taken off him well by Woku. Back to McAllister. He needs an out option. He's forced back towards his own corner flag. Bunker's there to clear. Mendy Gets the ball taken off him. Gets away. That's a cheap free kick from Mendy. No need to do that. It gives Scunthorpe time to eke down a good minute or so. As we're in the last minute of normal time, they're still leading the home team of 3-2.
Yeah, probably should have just left him alone there, Mendy. Just lost possession of the ball and just gave him a little tug back when probably the right option there was just to leave him alone and see if he did anything with it. He didn't have fully possession of the ball.
They take the free kick short. Catching Forest Green off guard. Play the ball into the box second time round. Still holding on to possession. Scunthorpe looking comfortable with it. Playing some decent football on the left-hand side. Clip the ball into the area. Beeston's unmarked, he can be found, but they go wide towards the far post. Biabu challenge for the header. Also going to pick up the second ball there as it goes to Westbrook. Ball into the area. It's poorly dealt with on Forest Green. Knowles half clears. Carnu looks to find McAllister. The fourth official indicated there's 5 minutes of time added on. Forest Green have 5 minutes to try and find an equaliser. Bunker heads up looking for Mendy. Gets up. Jumps though, and Scunthorpe's gifted the ball back. They play it all the way back to the keeper. Just to eke down a few more seconds with the phases. 30 seconds added 5. Scunthorpe bring the ball down on the right hand side. They look more like they seem to score at the moment. Carnu clears. Looking for Reese, who turns past his man. He gets taken down surely. Referee agrees. It's a free kick Forest Green's way and a yellow card for the Scunthorpe player.
Yeah, definite foul just before halfway, and it just gives Forest Green now the opportunity to get players up the pitch. Eisted looking like he's going to take this free kick.
The player getting the yellow card is Joe Rowley, number 11. Being make notes of those sort of things. 1 minute of the added 5 gone. Forest Green need to try and get an equaliser. They're losing by 3-2 here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Eisted goes long. Can't find the Forest Green player. The second ball won back by McAllister. The Bunker being forced back though, needs to try and turn, he does so. Finds Biabu, he's calmed down now. Spreads to look for McAllister. Is that overhit? It's not. McAllister brings it down beautifully. Plays the ball towards the far post. No one there though for Forest Green. It goes into the hands of Mahadi, the keeper. He plays it long, they've got a chance to break here. Biabu gets the header, goes behind him. The Cavalry's arrived defensively. Scunthorpe might go towards the corner to do just that in the last few minutes of injury time, and they win themselves a throw.
Match attendance
5,250 with 98 Forest Green travelling fans. We'll get a polite applause actually from some of the fans around us. Over 5,000 here today watching their home team currently coming away with 3 points, overtaking Forest Green in the table. Scunthorpe by the corner, they're mounting the game well, aren't they? You've got to say.
Yeah, good crowd in here tonight for Scunthorpe, and credit to the travelling fans as well from Forest Green.
Yeah, it's a long way, especially with a half-hour kick-off. Also get the offside free kick. Got deep in their own half. Got 2.5 minutes of normal time to go. Forest Green need to try and scramble and get themselves a point. And they have one last chance. Bunker looking for Doyce. Ball swings away from him and can't bring the ball down, and Scunthorpe come away with it. And maybe there's one last chance and push the men forward, but they're looking so comfortable, Scunthorpe. The ball on the halfway line now. Spread it to the left. Forest Green looked when they drew level, they had chance as well. They managed Scunthorpe. Maybe so it was a bit of an unlucky goal. Took a ricochet for the third for Scunthorpe. Bunker heads the ball poorly to Knowles in his own half. Managed to win himself a throw in though to Forest Green.
Yeah, I think Scunthorpe have been good this second half. They've really pushed the onus and really towards their home fans here. They've been almost begging for the goal to go in. Maybe a little fortunate the way it landed at the feet of the forward for the third, but they have played well in this second half, and Forest Green, to their credit, they've kept going all the way. They've had a really good first half display. Just need to try and find something a little bit more to try and level.
Reese plays it to Deutsch. Horton for Scunthorpe comes away with it. Clears for a throw Forest Green's way. Might be the last chance with the last minute of the 5 added on. Throw goes backwards to Bunker. It's a bit disorganised for Forest Green. Bunker sees his cross charge down. That's poor from Forest Green. It's Scunthorpe clear off ball throw in Forest Green's way. She's done a bit more with that.
Thank you to these match sponsors, Michael Nicholson, his choice of man match number 5.
Bunker with a throw. You've got to take quickly. He's only got 45 seconds of play to go, and he's throws it back to Eisted. Rowley getting the man of the match. Forest Green have a throw on the halfway line. 30 seconds of the 5 to go. And Knowles takes it quickly, looking for Deutsch. Heads it to McAllister on the right. Touches past his man. Scunthorpe clear for a Rovers throw. This probably will be it. 15 seconds to go. Take it quickly, Knowles. He's on the ball now. Back to Woku. Finds what the full-time whistle to go. Woku puts the ball in left-footed. Scunthorpe clear. Mendy turns, puts the ball over the top. It's for the full-time whistle. Hasn't gone just... Yes, it has. The full-time whistle goes. The delight of the 5,000 fans around us, seeing the team go away with 3 points. Forest Green ahead with Rees after 4 minutes. Had chance to go 2-0 up as well. He hit the post. But Scunthorpe drew level after Morrison gave away. Bit of a cheap penalty in the area, pushing down Scunthorpe players. Whitehall slots home 12 yards out. And after the half-time interval, Westbrook scores from the edge of the D with a well-placed shot. Washing backed off in to put themselves 2-1 up. Ginny Biabu drew level 7 minutes later with a powerful shot at the edge of the penalty box and a bit of an angle, which made it 2-2. Forest Green looked pretty decent after that, but the gutting in the third was Zubazendo after 75. A few ricochets got the ball to him. He did well to turn and shoot past his man for Scunthorpe to get the third and indeed 3 points, and also overtake Forest Green in the table, pushing Forest Green down to 6th place. Josh, an entertaining game. I guess unfortunately Forest Green didn't come away with it.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed because they gave it a real good go to Forest Green. They were especially good in the first half, created a few good chances, a few good openings, and almost caught Scunthorpe a bit cold. They could have gone 2 when Rees hit the upright, so close to taking that 2-goal lead. Second half, Scunthorpe, they came on strong and in front of a 5,215 crowd. It was a real loud environment, a tough environment, and they'll be disappointed Forest Green to come away with nothing. They gave it a really good go tonight.
Yeah. Well, join us on Sequence Match Day. We'll try and get your reaction from manager Bobby Sturridge before 8 o'clock. Disappointing though for the Forest Green fans. See themselves slipping down the table a little bit further. Full time here at Scunthorpe. It's Scunthorpe 3, Forest Green Rovers 2.
Thank you very much, Billy. Incidentally, yes, Bournemouth 3, Liverpool 2 now as well. Adley has just scored in the 95th minute of that game. Billy, Josh, this is another slip-up really for Forest Green Rovers, isn't it? I mean, I'm just looking now, 6 points from a possible 18 from their last 6 games. It's so badly timed, this run that they're on at the moment, and other sides are just picking up points. They're moving away.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Forest Green, I think they struggled against the lower teams. You look at Brackley and Truro and Altrincham and didn't pick up enough points. Look, maybe you don't expect to come away to Scunthorpe and pick up 3 points, but to not get anything here, it is a bit disappointing. And you look at the fixtures that Forest Green have got to come. Look, February, they struggled a bit in January, but how are they going to deal with February? That will really make or break their season. Of course, we've got FA Trophy action next week against Wealdstone. When you look at that, after the home game with Woking on the 3rd of February, they're playing York, Rochdale, Carlisle, Boreham Wood. 4 games in a row against teams all above them in the table. That is huge for Forest Green. They need to try and get some performances before that and try and get some points on those games, because yes, they're in the playoffs at the moment. You'd say relatively comfortably. They're 9 points above from Southend, who are below the playoff positions. But, that doesn't take long until Southend get a few 3 points themselves and Forest Green continue to drop points. That gets a bit scary. Suddenly, Forest Green are looking below them instead of above them. So they're not going to reach top of the table. Can we stay in the playoffs? So, look, they played okay today. It was a really entertaining game. Scunthorpe's a hard place to go to. But it's just how they're going to turn this around and try and pick up 3 points somewhere, because it's so tricky up there, and that February is absolutely huge. However, Ricardo Rees back, and you've seen the difference he is getting that goal and important for Forest Green. A bit quiet in the second half, but yeah, it's disappointment here. And an unfortunate 3rd goal, Josh, as well, do you think?
Yeah, I think Forest Green will be disappointed to lose here tonight. Like you said, it's a really tough run to come. They would like to pick up some results against some teams around them, because realistically, yes, they want to secure their playoff place, but they don't really want to lose touch and lose momentum and go, let's say, 6 or 7 games without a win. So it's important to pick up results where you can. They gave it a good go tonight, and I thought they were unfortunate at times, and you score that in the first half where Reece hits the upright and it becomes a different game. But Scunthorpe were good in the second half. They came on strong, and Forest Green will be a little bit disappointed to come away with nothing.
And Robbie Savage talks about his broken record, about, you know, the amount of chances created compared to putting them away. It sounded like it was more even contest tonight, though. I think that's perhaps not going to be something he's going to be talking about too much tonight, is he, or not?
Not really. Had a few chances, didn't they, with Knowles, I think, and maybe Ricardo Reece really should have got a second in the first half, but I don't think it's going to be the wave after attack with 20 plus shots. They just weren't there, because again, Scunthorpe were decent. Scunthorpe kept their shape and they frustrated Forest Green and looked comfortable with the victory. Yeah, and
it was a good game. Both teams had chances, but it was a kind of game where it really could have gone either way. I think we were saying it at different stages, at half time, at 60, at 75, we were still not sure which way a goal was going to go. It just landed on the wrong side for Forest Green. They will like to break this run. The good signs are that Ricardo Reece is scoring goals and he looks bright, and hopefully they can start stringing some performances into results soon.
And that's for Scunthorpe. I mean, they're up to 4th now. They've got 56 points from compared to Forest Green's 55, but they've played 2 games fewer. And as you said, not many sides are going to want to go to Scunthorpe and play. That's a difficult place to go and play in the National League, isn't it? That's a bit of a fortress they should have there on their run-in. They can make a little dash at things.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said, they've got a really good record here, and it was a tough place to come. We had more than 5,000 home fans in the ground tonight. Under lights, it always makes it a red-hot atmosphere as well. So they were good tonight, and they've got a few really good players, haven't they? In the likes of Callum Roberts, Danny Whitehall in forward areas, and across the pitch, I'd say defensively they looked a bit susceptible at times, especially in that first half with the direct balls over the top. But certainly a good side and a team to be feared in that run-in for sure.
Thank you very much for now. We'll let you go and try and get some reaction between now and 8 o'clock here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Billy Hunt with Josh Evans alongside, as Forest Green Rovers have been beaten by 3-2 at Scunthorpe. If you're a Rovers fan, let me know your thoughts. Text the word GLOS, GLOS, and your message to 81333 at BBC Gloss, if you're coming through on X.
The original Hustler is back.
The next 12 weeks will be the toughest of your life.
And his new hustlers are gonna bring in the money.
We can go in at 10k.
For $10,000, we'd expect a private jet to go and see the pyramids.
What? Gonna take on the world.
We're running about Hong Kong and it's absolutely chaotic.
Gonna face the music.
One of the worst performances in the history of this process. You're fired.
Hustlers Gonna Hustle. The Apprentice starts Thursday on BBC iPlayer.
Yeah, every Thursday you'll be looking through your fingers, getting ready to watch them squirm their way through the process, as it's called, on BBC One. It's 7:30. With you this evening here on BBC Radio Gloucestershire, on FM, on AM, on Freeview and BBC Sounds, with a 5:30 kick-off for Forest Green Rovers that's ended with a 3-2 defeat at Scunthorpe.
In the midfield, Reece goes past the shoulder of his last man, brings the top ball low, he's got Austin to his left, tips over the keeper, can he find the back of the net? He can! Ricardo Reece comes back, ball over the top, controls it well, brings it down, sees the back of the net with perfection, and it's Scunthorpe 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. Scunthorpe looking to equalise, driving on forward. This time Forest Green to put numbers in the box as players fall everywhere. Half calls for the players, shot to the back, and the referee points to the spot and gives a penalty. Danny Whitehall over it, steps up, scores, sends Isted the wrong way. Isted tries to his right, played to his left, and it's Scunthorpe 1, Forest Green 1. Forest Green a bit out of possession from that free kick, and the game's not over yet because Scunthorpe's got it to the far side. Options in the box, go into the area, played across goal. Forest Green need to just watch the men. Shot comes in, it's a wild take of one. Goes in! Scunthorpe make it 2. Forest Green backs off. A well-played shot from Zane Westbrook on the edge of the D. Placed it past Isted, and it's Scunthorpe 2, Forest Green 1. Forward, they're looking so confident on the ball, it's opened up far too much of Denton, calls him to shoot, takes the block from Bunker, and McAllister comes away with it and wins on a free kick, and it's It's on the ball now, and the centre circle. He's got Gilliby over to the left-hand side. He takes possession in the box. Few step-overs. Has a shot. Takes in and goes in for Forest Green. That's the equaliser. Gilliby found on the left, goes into the area and smashes it home out of nowhere. And it's Scunthorpe 2, Forest Green 2. Referee waits the ball away, comes off in no fourth throw. Mendy intercepts well, he's been playing well today. Pushed up to midfield in the second half. Babalola gets the ball away quite cheaply, and Scunthorpe gone down the right.